Some people don't like you to mention certain things. Some people don't want you to say this. Some people don't want you to say that. Some people think if you mention some things, they might happen. Some people are really fucking stupid.
You're listening to the worst.
The worst. You're listening to the worst, not the best.
All of it is so bad, it's hard to tell which is the worst.
The absolute worst.
And you're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
It's absolutely awful.
Where's Steve? We need the backstory on this.
Steve, get in here.
On this audio. Mom loses it on son. Mm-hmm. The video is up on opieandanthony.com, but you can't really see anything because it's just a video camera that was left on.
Yeah, the audio, though. This woman just sounds miserable.
Well, we could start it as Steve makes his way into the studio. Listen to this lady. Lady.
Why are you doing this shit?
All I said was that's nice.
No, you're not fucking me up, Galen.
I said
Give me your fucking card so I can use it for
ask
that.
me nicely.
No!
Why can't you ask me nicely?
Stick it up your fucking ass! I asked you nicely 10 minutes ago! Now it's getting real bad!
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, you got to be kidding me.
Steve, what's the story on this?
I guess it's a mother yelling at her son. He left the camera rolling because he must know that she's prone to these outbursts. And
this is great that these kids are just hanging their parents out to dry with these videos and recordings. Yeah. We had the one of the son that got picked up by the father, and the father's just yelling at him.
Still one of my favorite things.
Ends up on the internet. And now this raging lunatic woman yelling at her son.
I'm going to defend her a little bit.
Why?
Well, you're not allowed to hit your kids anymore. So what else are you going to do?
Scream like a lunatic?
Would your mom scream like that at you? She would give you a shoe across the face, and then guess what? End of discussion.
There were a couple of times my mother just would like go off like a lunatic like this. But then she would get so upset, she would bite her hand. She'd go, oh! She would put her, like, and it was like completely straight. It wasn't like bite your knuckle. Take your hand and put your fingers together, all together, and just hold it flat.
Okay.
Like level with the ground. And now put your index finger in your mouth and just go, oh! She would do that.
Who's your mother, Colin Quinn?
Exactly, Colin. I've seen Colin do that.
I do that, actually.
I
bite the index finger really hard.
No,
and
no
then
more biting.
And then I bite the in between my bicep and my shoulder muscle.
Where?
Right here in that soft
Where
spot.
do you bite?
Really hard.
Why
Between
would you
what
do
and what?
that?
All right, relax.
No, I'm asking you.
Jesus.
What? If you bite between your biceps, that is dangerous.
Why?
You can't. Because a bicep is
I didn't say bicep, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, I'll be the star of Volume 3. Did I really say that one? No, I didn't even catch that one.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
Of course,
Bicep.
Danny Dixon caught it.
Oh, he already marked it down.
of
Those
course.
motherfuckers. They're working against us now in
When
that
he flexes
that
like
room.
that, though, just when Opie's showing something, that bicep just comes out.
All right. Anyway.
Oh, this is not disturbing outside the studio.
Yeah, who is this
He's
guy?
a guy that he came in looking like Crocodile Dundee. He wants to hand out flyers in Times Square.
I ain't got time to bleed.
We can't get the hot chicks to do it, but we'll get this maniac.
Oh, we got this maniac that is...
Where he printed out
thank you
something,
very
he's
much.
holding it up. It says, Happy Birthday,
Jim
little
Norton.
Jimmy.
Thank you.
Opie and Anthony on the back.
Okay. Back to the mom losing it on the side.
Oh, right.
So your mom would freak out a little bit, Aunt.
Yeah, she would freak out, but, yeah, she tried hitting me, but it just didn't work out. Like, my father used to hit me, and then when he moved to California, the hitting just stopped because she hit me once when I was a little kid, and the tip of the strap hit the tip of my penis, and it swelled up, and I had to put ice on it, and she never hit me with the strap again. Yeah.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was trying to get out of the way. Like I ran to the bunk bed, and I'd always run to the bottom bunk because it's hard to swing the strap in there, you know. But she kind of went to swing it, kind of sidearm to get in there, and the tip of the strap went right around my waist, and the tip of the strap hit the very tip of my little wiener.
How do you ice down that area?
I jumped up and, like a chicken without a head. I was screaming bloody murder in my room, grabbing, going, ah! And my mother flipped out. She lost her mind. She thought she killed me.
Did you feel ashamed?
She threw it, of course, afterwards. Of course. And she was like, what did I do? She freaked out. And then got some ice and told me to put the ice on it. So I put ice on it. and that was the last time she ever tried to hit me. With anything.
You should have made her put the ice on it.
Yeah, you put the ice on it.
You know what stopped my mom from spanking me? Because I used to get hit too. Was one time she put me over her knee, she took a paddle, and then she swatted me. I came on her leg.
That'll show her.
All right, back to the audio.
And I'm not gonna all fucking tear this room apart and fucking find it. You'll be one sorry kid. I don't have time. I gotta get back to work. See you like 1 second.
Ask me nicely.
Fucking bastard.
You hear him? Ask me nicely.
Ask me nicely. Okay, the kid's being a prick.
Of course, because he knows he's got gold for his friends.
The mother is a witch, though.
And this is why I go back to she's not going to hit him. He knows that. So now he's like, oh, I'm going to take this for my friends. And then he knows what buttons to push.
Yeah, but you know why I can't sympathize with her? Because you know she uses the same tactic with the husband, boyfriend, whatever it is.
Aren't there
like
references to this?
Screaming.
Aren't there references to like child support made in this? So
oh, really? Okay.
I think so.
See, I didn't hear that.
And if you look at the footage, you will see like an Xbox and TV and a lot of electronics, and he's obviously got his own camcorder, so he's recording this. So
yeah,
might be a relatively spoiled kid who knows how to push his mom's buttons, and his mom.
As soon as I heard this, I said divorcee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind. No doubt.
Time. I gotta get back to work. See you like 1 second.
Ask me nicely.
Fucking bastard. Fucking rip this fucking house and fucking parts. Give me that goddamn card now.
What card is she looking for?
I guess she's looking for a credit
I
card
bet
for
it's
the
a credit
gas.
card.
I
I
think
bet
she
it's-
said she
yeah.
had to get gas to go to work, and it's probably a credit card.
So just use cash.
For all you know, it's her
Could you
credit card.
imagine standing there and having that yelling at you during an argument? I'd be in prison. You'd have to kill that to make it stop. Whew.
Fucking house and fucking parts. Give me that goddamn card now.
Ask me nicely.
Fuck off, you bastard. Fuck off! Get the fuck out of my house!
Oh, now you're getting on.
Get out of my fucking house!
No, that.
Get out!
No.
Get out! You pay the fucking bills. I can't get my ass to work. You get out and pay these fucking bills!
I said ask nicely.
Fuck off! Your little fucking head games, you little 16-year-old piece of shit! You better be fucking out of my house when I get home from work today at 11 o'clock. Because if you're fucking in here, you're getting up and you're getting your fucking ass out of here.
I'll call child support and you can go fuck yourself.
You can call your fucking father and
No,
we'll live with him. How about
go
that,
away.
you little son of a
Go
bitch?
away.
Oh, okay. He said, "I'll call child support." He probably meant child welfare, child services. Threatening her, and then call your father. Okay, so they don't live together. There's problems there.
Fuck
Wow.
yourself.
You can call your fucking father and we'll
No,
live with
get-
him. How about
go
that,
away.
you little son of a
Go
bitch?
away.
You just turned this whole fucking 15-minute goddamn
No.
conversation
I
into a
asked
fucking
you
piece
to
of shit.
ask nicely.
Fuck off!
No.
I asked you nicely when I came in here!
And
You
you know-
little jerk off!
Oh, well.
You're a little head game spoiled rotten brat! You're gonna
That's
fucking
nicely.
learn about life real fucking quick!
You should learn
Because your
to
fucking bills won't be paid, Mr. Man!
Never mind.
Mr.
Get
Man.
that fucking card
No!
now! I have to go to work!
You know what? I don't care now because you were a bitch. You come here threaten me out. You know what? Forget it. Get out. Go away. You're not getting it now. You should have asked nicely.
See, this shows our age. I gotta tell you, because I can't even imagine
It's like
getting
that's
in my mom's face like this. I can't even, on
It's
any
not a
level, imagine it.
mother-son relationship right there. That's like a
But I think it shows our age. I think this is going on a lot more than we realize.
really.
I think so, man.
I think Ope's right. There's a whole generation of kids that are raised with the concept of the timeout. There's no more beatings. There's just, you get a timeout. So
you got to thrash these little
Yeah,
bastards.
You know, I see some of the little kids in my family, and they get
Yeah.
the timeout, and you see it in their eyes like, whatever.
This is nothing.
Timeout. Ooh, I'll sit in another room for a little
I'm
while
gonna stand on my
to
head.
make you happy, you know? And I understand. I'm not questioning parenting. It's what is going on these days, like Steve said.
The threat of the smack, the belt.
Well, you brought
Was-
up a good point. Like when you and Joe would act up, your dad would come to the bedroom and just leave the belt.
Hang the belt
Hang the
on
belt.
the doorknob. First there were threats yelled from the living room, and then if we didn't quiet down and go to sleep, because we'd be yapping, and they'd hear us, and he'd be like, "Shut up in there! Go to sleep!" and you're trying to go to sleep, and then you start talking more, and then he goes, "Don't make me get the belt," and he would take his belt off and hang it on the doorknob. And yeah, if we were yapping too much, he'd come in. He never actually did it. I think that was just the threat. We got hit with the belt, but it was for like real stuff more than just talking. But the threat of that thing hanging on the doorknob like that, it was just a constant reminder, like a hangman's noose.
Hello.
And we didn't. Then we shut up.
We talk about it on the show a lot. It's the fear.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily something actually happening.
They put the fear in you.
Get the fear in
But
you.
there was
And
an
we knew what
actual-
that belt felt like
Right,
because we had been
exactly.
hit with it.
Exactly.
So just the threat of it was enough to contain us.
But it
keep
wasn't an
control.
idle threat. You knew what it felt like to get
Oh,
whacked
yeah.
with that thing. You know,
Yeah.
you ever get shoved down the steps, you ever get knocked, you ever get rattled a couple times.
If I ever turned around to my mother or father, ever went, "Hey, fuck you, ask nice," oh, I couldn't.
That's what
tell
I mean.
you
I can't.
The mess I would have been.
It's got to be a generation thing. It's got to be. I can't imagine growing up doing this to my parents. I would lose an eye.
I would say crap or something as a kid, and my father would just, you know, what? What's that language? You don't fucking use that. You don't fucking use that kind of fucking language in this fucking house, you shithead. Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's go to Rick in Indiana. Rick.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy birthday there, Sweet Toots. You guys got to do a
Thank you.
comparison between that bitch on the radio and the South Park chick that drives the school bus. That's the funniest shit I ever heard. She's her, man.
Oh, Mrs. Crabtree, right?
You got it. Do a comparison. It's her, dude.
Yeah, a bunch of people calling in with that. Very good.
Excellent. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir. Let's say hi to Chris in New Jersey. Chris, what's going on?
You know, my kid, when I first brought up my kid, we did the timeout thing, and it didn't work. He, just like you were saying, he just looked at me. And then it got to the point where finally I took his notebook and smashed it out of his hands, literally drop-kicked it out of his hands, pushed him up against the wall and said, "That is enough." He immediately turned into a normal human being and never had a single problem with him since. Now he's fabulous, fabulous kid.
Yeah, they're just raising them differently these days.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit.
That's why
they're
I
acting like they're-
hate the left.
Yeah, absolutely. they treat their kids like their kids are their betters.
And
It's ridiculous.
no Corey on instant feedback. My mom never threatened to have Joe Klecko hit me.
No, man, one good swift kick, and they get in a
Yeah,
line.
idiot. Everyone knows it was Mookie Wilson.
All right, guys, punching out.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Joe Klecko.
Jesus. All right. Yeah, back to the audio here. Hang in there, Steve.
That fucking car
No!
now! I have to go to work!
You know what? I don't care now because you were a bitch. You come here threaten me out. You know what? Forget it. Get out. Go away. You're not getting it now. You should have asked nicely. Oh, you didn't slam it that time. Well, you had to slam something else.
You're in my fucking house, you'll follow my fucking rules! You're grounded! 2 weeks! Don't fucking go to work! Don't fucking go to dentist! If you are fucking found in these areas, I'm gonna fucking run down there and drag your ass out of there!
I'm going to work.
No, you're not.
Yes,
No,
I
you're
am.
not. You're
Oh,
grounded.
don't even
You're
try
calling
this
your
shit
goddamn
with me.
employer and telling them, Galen.
Good for you, and see what
Good
they
for you,
say.
you little
You
lazy
see what
fucking
they say
bastard.
to you.
Wow. Anthony, I got a question for you. You're pretty good at this.
Yeah.
How do you think the marriage ended?
Wow. Whew. Yeah, that was. How would you live with a woman like that?
I don't know.
I mean, I understand the kid is driven her to this, obviously.
I bet you
but she's handling this completely wrong.
the kid is probably reacting much in the same way the father reacted.
Yeah,
which is-
probably just, hey, whatever.
You know what,
No,
yeah,
now I'm not going to do it. Yeah, this kid probably learned from the master.
I learned it from
his
you,
father.
okay?
Whenever mom starts getting like this, just go into, hey, whatever. Should I ask nice? And just let her go off like this, like a lunatic. She should just be bludgeoning him with something. Just any weapon in that room. Beating him with his own PlayStation.
I would take his Little League trophy that he got when he was 8 years old.
And just beat him with it.
Just beat the shit out of him.
Just beat him. She should be smashing his Xbox.
Yeah.
Just smash it in front of his face.
You know,
There you go.
That gets results.
You know, the Little League trophy that everyone gets because there's no winners or losers.
No winners.
nowadays.
Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner.
Ugh.
That's great.
Oh, she. Oh, you know, I almost feel sorry for her that she is in this position where she has to get herself like this.
She knows she can't. She knows she can't hit him because if there is a divorce situation, there's always the threat that this little smartass might call DIFES or
he
child
probably
services
would, yeah.
or the cops. So she's frustrated that she can't actually discipline because he might call his father or something like that. There's all these other avenues.
Oh, she's just fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's screwed.
Any
She's
way
in
you
a-
look at it, she's just fucked.
She's in a situation
She's
that
a raving
got herself
lunatic, but
into.
she's screwed.
And she's screwed, yeah.
You see
Blaming
what they
fucking
say
bastard!
to you.
You're a fucking little piece of shit, you know that? That's
Go
exactly what you
away.
are!
Go away.
Fucking son of a fucking bitch! God, you fucking lend me $50 for that!
That's nicely.
Fucking ass nicely up your fucking ass, you little spoiled rotten brat! I'd like to fucking smack your fucking head in. You're a goddamn prick!
Thanks for spitting on me.
No,
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, she gone?
Are you done yet?
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, I hope they have their own house. It's not an apartment.
Shut up.
What a dick.
Shut up.
I kind of like the
Just,
kid, though.
oh, would you shut up already?
And it all started with Always and Forever.
Oh, yeah.
The wedding song, dreaming of what the future's going to bring.
Oh, something nice and sweet and romantic. We're going to raise a family and have a son, and I'll raise him, and I want him to be just like you, because I love you.
Always and forever.
Oh, fast forward. Oh. They never have that in their head when they're dancing. Here's the brand new bride and groom. Let's wish them all the best of luck raising that family in the future. Yeah, here they are smiling, a little whisper secret in the ear, and everyone at the wedding is, I wonder what they're saying. Everyone, you know what they're saying? I love you.
Everyone with their video cameras getting a good location so they get a good angle of the happy couple.
Going, aww.
Here comes the aunt running on the dance floor real fast to
Let
get
me
that shot.
a picture.
And then running back off the dance floor.
Oh.
And if you look to the back of the room, the DJ is getting all the blow-up instruments ready for the next song.
Oh. There they go.
Oh, what do I
slowly
see there?
dancing.
A box of risky business sunglasses?
Oh, hand them out. I want the whole wedding party to wear them.
And there's the DJ piling up his records.
Yeah.
I see the chicken dance.
Oh, please. The electric slide's in there.
Slide is ready to go.
It's going to be a fun-filled, festive
and of
night
course,
for everybody.
Daddy's little girl.
You got to play Daddy's little girl. Meanwhile, Daddy knows what kind of bitch on wheels she is. He's had to deal with it for years. He's saying, thank God she's out of my house.
Fast forward a year in the hospital, being handed the little joy.
The bundle of joy. And there's little Galen was his name? I don't remember what his name was.
Yeah, it was something like
Little Galen.
And then just a mere...
It's got your eyes, honey. Oh, it's got your nose.
We have so many dreams for him.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be great. He's going to grow up and send him to college. He's going to be successful. He's going to do better than I did.
Fast forward a mere 15 years. Dad is out of the house, and this is what you get.
Why are you doing this shit?
I said was last night.
No, you're not fucking me up, Galen. Give me your fucking card so I can use it.
Why can't you ask me?
You're a fucking ass. I asked you nicely 10 minutes ago. Now I get grounded. And I'm not gonna fucking tear this room apart and fucking find it. You'll be one sorry kid. I know that's time. I gotta get back to work.
Everybody. Always and forever.
Let's get the entire wedding party out on the floor and join our bride and groom. Dance with the lovely couple.
Fuck off, you bastard. Fuck off! Get that fuck out of my house! Get out of my fucking house! Get! Get!
Oops, looks like it's not always in forever.
Aw. Fucking bills. Fuck off. You're all fucking head games, you little 16-year-old piece of shit.
It's over, Johnny.
You better be fucking out of my house when I get home from work today at 11 o'clock. Because if you're fucking in here, you're getting up and you're getting your fucking ass honey.
Is that supposed to be sexy?
You can call your fucking father woman, but you don't have a that little son of a bitch. You just turned this whole fucking 15-minute goddamn conversation into a fucking piece of shit.
Stop whining.
Fuck off.
Stop whining. Stop it.
Came in here.
Quiet.
You little jerk off.
I'm scared of you.
You're a little head case, spoiled rotten brat.
I'm
You're gonna
scared.
fucking learn about life real fucking quick.
I'm scared of you, sir, and I'm protecting myself.
Paid, Mr. Hack. Get that fucking card now. I have to go to work.
I don't care now because you were a bitch. You come here threaten me out. You know what? Forget it. Get out. Go away.
Did she ever think her little baby boy would be calling her a fucking bitch?
Right.
As she was holding him in the hospital with little blue blankie.
I had to slam something else.
Oh, here comes his first words, honey.
His first words were mama and dada. Dada.
I'm gonna fucking run down there and drag your ass out of there!
I'm going to work.
No, you're not.
Yes,
No,
I
you're
am.
not. You're
Oh,
rounding.
don't even
You're
try
rounding
this
your
shit.
goddamn employer and telling them, Galen.
Good for you and see what
Good
they
for
say.
you, you little
You
lazy
see what they
fucking
say
bastard.
to you.
You're a fucking little piece of shit, you know that?
and
That's
forever.
what you are.
Go away.
Yeah, go away.
Fucking bitch. God, you fucking let me $50 right now! Fucking ass nicely up your fucking ass, you little spoiled rotten brat!
What happened?
You're a goddamn prick!
I was just rocking him to sleep. It seems like yesterday.
What the fuck are you doing?
What happened?
Are you done yet?
Oh.
I love how it echoes. Sounds like the hallways of an insane asylum.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Shut up.
When on Christmas morning when he was a kid and all starry-eyed,
Unwrapping
happy,
his
unwrapping
first
his
bicycle.
gifts. And now, shut up.
God, I love that.
That is great.
We should almost play the father one now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You guys have to take this audio and clean it up for TV. Not a bad idea.
Susan Smith had the right idea. Get rid of the little fuckers. It's from Cringebox. Very nice.
Oh, wait, there's actually more to that clip where the neighbor has to come over? Danny?
Oh, Danny.
Yeah, well, because it's really long, so I just kind of wanted to give you guys the meat of it. But she goes on, off mic where you kind of just hear her through the walls.
Yeah.
For probably about another 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you hear a neighbor come by, and he has to kind of convince the son to just relax. Just, give your mom the money. She just has to go to work and get gas.
That's the kind of screaming that does carry 2 or 3 houses down.
Can you hear did the neighbor go in the room?
Oh, yeah, you could hear him.
We got to hear
Right.
that.
I'll get the rest of it.
Yeah, we can't leave the fine listeners just hanging. There's a part 2 to that, Anthony.
Nice.
And we really should try to clean that up for TV. Not a bad idea at all.
Wonderful.
Let's see. Dad beat him with wiffle ball.
Irony, she called him son of a bitch. I agree. Yeah, he agreed with it.
Let's see. Wow, listen to this. Schwoogie. Hey, Schwoogie, what's up?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Pretty good, Schwoogie.
Morning, Pumpkin Tits. Anthony, you're talking about hitting your father or being scared of him. I remember when I was 12 and my father was just smacking me around for something I fucked up. And I was a man, and I said, screw it, and I smacked him.
Uh-oh.
To this day, I can still remember the fire in his eyes and me just running to my room and just barricading the door.
But that's when everything changes, though, right?
Not at 12.
No, not at 12.
Oh, not at 12, okay.
But what was worse was he left. He just didn't. It was one of those things where he held a grudge and just remembered till the next time I fucked up.
I know it sucks. You're 12. It's not like you can pack your stuff in and throw it on the end of a stick and go go run away somewhere.
Well, you know what's really funny? It's sometimes the balance shifts. Because I remember I was about 20 or 21, and I was in tip-top physical shape at the time, working out twice a day. And I remember just mouthing off to my father or something like that. He's like, I can still knock you on your ass. And my father was like 62, 100 pounds overweight. And
I'll knock you on your ass, kid.
Exactly.
But when it gets to that point, it's just damn depressing.
No, you're right.
You don't. Well, there's a whole thing that goes on. When you reach the point where you are old enough and strong enough to take your dad, you should be on terms with him where you would never think of doing that.
Oh, no. I remember him saying that to me and me just saying, come on, let's go. Jokingly.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, yeah, I want to see this too. You know, of course not, but it's just sad because we'll all be at that spot at one point. Well, not you guys, but I will be. So it's amazing. I have 2 little girls, and who I do slap on the tushy every once in a while, and they just don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing.
Every time you hit him, they're closer to the pole. Closer to wrapping the leg around the pole and doing circles around it.
Don't say that, man. All right, punch it out.
And they developed that smack move.
Yeah, they do the smack, and they remember when they were a kid. When I was a kid, I remember stealing quarters from my father. Stealing quarters from his bedroom, buy something. I don't even remember what the hell it was, but he found out, and that wasn't good. I got wrapped right across the face, open hand. Big man mitt. Whap! Right across my face. Oh.
There's a few things that happen.
And you know something? Again, you just never... I never took the quarters again. That was it.
But there's a few things that happen. You know, you do get to an age, if you're in that situation where you do get hit or whatever, and you finally, stand up to the person, your parents, and then it's never the same after that.
Right.
And that's kind of sad, because then you realize that you sort of have the upper hand.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which is kind of weird when you're a kid and you got parents. And then the other thing is it brings back a weird memory for me. When you're a kid, you're always competing with your father in a way. Name it. Like in my house, it was basketball, right? And my dad would play me because I was into playing basketball and stuff. And we'd have like foul shooting contests and stuff. It was a dad and son thing to do, And
You're gonna squirt.
And I'd be struggling, and let's say I'd make 6 out of 10 free throws, let's say, and then it's Dad's turn. And then, he makes 5. He's 5 for 8, let's say. And then as a kid, it starts where you don't realize that he's allowing you to win. So, he misses, obviously, the last 2, and he gets 5 out of 10, and you win.
Yeah.
And then it gets to a point where then you notice that he's purposely letting you win, right?
Right.
And that starts to be a bummer. And then it gets to the stage where there's no letting the son win anymore. Now the father's trying his balls off to still beat you.
Beat you, yeah.
And then that you're now officially, quote, better than him as far as that little thing goes, that little competition. And when that happens, it's kind of a drag, too. You're like, oh,
I remember something
sucks.
like that, too, because I was able...
Shooting or something, right?
No, it was, I wasn't able to drink... a case of beer. But then as I got older, I was able to drink more than my father. And
you're not even making a joke?
Sometimes I'd spot him a few beers. No.
You never know with you, though. There was drinking and effing and horse riding going on. Jesus.
Yeah.
You weren't being raised at all when you were in California.
No, it was like camp.
But it's kind of it's a weird thing when you're growing up when it finally hits that level where you realize that you sort of got the upper hand on your parents. No matter what it is, it's a little strange.
Tool Bag is saying never underestimate old man strength, though. It's the only thing that comes close to retard strength. Like your father's strength, he'll give it his all if he feels you're going to get the upper hand.
Yeah.
I never appreciated that whole, fighting your father thing. It's a little
no.
odd.
That is beyond odd. Wake up to... Oh, I ever? Oh, it should have been never. I never spoke to either one of my parents this way. I would have woken up to Christmas music. Bush killed Jim from PA.
Yeah, the whole thing, talking back to your parents like that, no way. Would have been over.
All right, let me see what Jackson has in Florida. Are you in Jacksonville?
No, I'm Jackson. My name is Jackson. I live in Florida.
Ah.
How you doing, guys?
All right, what's up?
Yeah, my ex-wife is in the same situation as this lady was. She doesn't scream like that. When we still get along real good, but my 14-year-old tried that, talking back, getting really nasty with her, called her a bitch. She wouldn't let him spend the night at a friend's house because, he'd gotten 2 Fs on his report card, all this stuff. So she called me up. What do? I said, let him go. And she's like, what are you talking about? I said, just let him go. Trust me on this. Let him go. So I said, we're gonna fix his little red wagon while he's gone. And after he was gone for the weekend, I went over there. We moved all his Xbox, PlayStation, television, everything out of his room. Literally cleaned it out, empty. Ripped the carpet off the floors down to the concrete. I bought a cot and put a cot in there with a pillow and took the door off the hinges, and that's what he came home to. And the thing that upset him the most was the fact that the door was off the hinges. So now he has no privacy whatsoever, zero privacy and no possessions. We took all of his clothes, went to Walmart and bought Dickies pants and white button-down shirts and said, there, deal with that, you little bastard. And we made him live like that for a month and have never had a problem with him since.
Wow, you're a sick one, man.
That's nice.
But it worked.
It worked. You can't beat him. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd have put my boot in his ass, but you can't do it.
Right.
They will call the cops. It's happened to friends of mine.
Right. Wow.
I had a good friend of mine, nice guy, great guy, goes to my church, Christian guy, and he ended up getting locked up overnight for beating his kid.
Wow.
So that's what I decided to do. And taking the door off the hinges, it killed him. He couldn't go in his room. And
that's their privacy. Slam the door and
gone.
Very good, sir.
They're in their own domain.
All right, guys.
A lot of people asking if this kid in the audio is a stepchild. No way. No way, right?
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Let's say hi to James in Oklahoma. James?
Yeah. Hey, guys. Morning to you.
Hey. And someone else is bringing up a point on the instant feedback and the phones now. The mother wants to borrow his money in that clip.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, that is odd.
James, go ahead.
Well, I had a stepmother that was just like that, but I never talked to her that way because I knew what was coming. So 20 years later, I become a cop here in Oklahoma, and I go to these little kids' houses that are acting like this. What do? I tell the parents, I say spank them. They take their belt off, and I'll stand there and watch them spank their child. That way they can't come up with this, hey, I'm calling Child Protective Services, I'm calling the cops. The cops are here, and I tell the parents, hey, if you're gonna spank your child, you spank your child. Get it over with right now, and maybe you won't have these problems later on in life. I tell them, hey, if you need some help, I will hold them down.
That doesn't sound
and it works.
You're setting yourself up for a lawsuit, sir, unfortunately.
No lawsuit, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm making sure the law is, they're obeying the law,
yeah,
disciplining their child.
Yeah.
And it's not child abuse.
Right. Wow. Okay. Thank you, James.
Hey, thanks, guys.
There he goes, James in Oklahoma. We have the other audio. Do you have that?
I think everybody's, everybody's different. All kids are different. So if some of them, you can do that whole sit down, take a timeout thing. That's fine. But I think this, if the timeout thing isn't working, and you could probably see that pretty early on, then you got to resort to Plan B. It'd be nice to be the person that like, oh, I don't have to hit my kids, or I don't hit my kids, or something like that. But, and I'm talking at my ass because I don't have kids. But it just seems to me like if the timeout thing isn't working and you're raising a little terror, it might be time to get a little thing. Because it's more about the whole fear of it than it is the actual pain from getting whacked. You're not hitting them so they're in pain. It's just kind of a, waker-upper. It's like a surprise.
Yeah, because
you're fucking hitting me?
Who wants to go through that?
Yeah.
Except a little Jimmy Norton, of course. We got some audio of the Boston father. We've played this.
Oh, yeah.
We've played it once maybe on the replay you've heard it a couple times. And Danny's running in with part 2 of the audio of this chick.
Ooh.
Well, we could save the Boston father audio then. Here's part 2 of the lady yelling at her son, looking for just money, I guess.
Shouldn't have asked nicely.
Oh, wow.
Sit here, call me all this shit, and you expect me to help you? Why in the hell should I help you after all you just did?
Oh, she is losing her mind.
And you can't ask me nicely, you have to sit here and call me names.
Lend your mom $50.
Why?
Because she's broke, Dale.
Okay, so now here's the neighbor, like Danny explained. The neighbor comes in to try to get this kid to lend the mom $50.
Fitty.
Where's this kid getting the money from? Maybe dad?
Yeah.
All right, here comes the neighbor.
Call me names.
Lend your mom $50.
Why?
Because she's broke, Dalen.
She's being a complete bitch to
Because
me.
she's broke.
But she's being a bitch. Look at this. Like, look
Do
at...
you want to live here? Do you want to live here?
No, I'm not going to live in here soon. But that is complete bullshit. No,
That's not...
you don't treat somebody like that and expect to get them to help you. Like,
The whole point is, Dalen, your mom's got to get to work. And she's asking you to lend her $50. If you can't do it, then, you know, she's been here fucking supporting you guys for over fucking 16 years.
Another scenario. You move into the neighborhood and you meet the old neighbor. Hey, neighbor.
Hey, howdy, neighbor.
Maybe you invite him over to a barbecue or something, and
Yeah.
now he's in the middle of this
Now
crap.
Now he's got to deal with this.
Started with a warm apple pie, and now you're talking to her son.
Oh, after hearing her screeching all morning.
Fucking supporting you guys for over fucking 16 years.
Yeah,
She's
and
been
we're
caring
helping.
about you guys for 16 years.
Like, what
you
the
gotta
hell is that?
understand one thing.
That's
it's
not
that
how you treat your
you're-
children.
She's been treating you better than you've ever been treated in your entire lifetime.
No, she hasn't.
You gotta understand, it's fucking, you know, this isn't easy for her. This is very fucking difficult.
And
very
this,
difficult.
this is acceptable?
You guys aren't helping.
This is not acceptable
You
under
guys-
any standards ever.
That's not the point, Ian. Is help your mom.
Help my
You know?
mom so she can act like this, so we can live in a house and
If you're
she
helping
can
your mom, she
return.
wouldn't be acting like this.
She acts like this no matter what. Okay, that's the way it is. That's who
Because
she
you
is.
guys don't help out around the house.
Even when we
Come
do
on,
help
you guys
and she
gotta
is
fucking,
nice.
You guys gotta wake up, man. This is the real world.
She needs
It's
to wake
not,
up a
it's
bit
not
too.
peaches and cream out there.
Well, she doesn't get to treat people like that and expect them to help her.
Help her out, please.
She sits here
I'm
and
asking you.
swears at me. I hate everything about you. What the hell is that?
I'm asking you nicely, and I'm asking you, fucking, please help her out. I'll pay you back. I don't give a shit. Just fucking, please help her out.
Okay, I will, as long as I get my $50
Yeah,
back.
yeah, you get it back.
Okay.
Oh, looks like it's going to be okay, Anthony. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be okay, thanks to the neighbor. Why is there a minute 40 left in this audio? There we go.
Yeah.
Mom, do you want the $50? Shut up, Mom. Do you want the $50?
People fucking say you're a fucking low-selling threat, and I hate it.
Quiet.
There's not one fucking ounce of me in your body. You're not
Yes, thank God there's not an ounce in your body.
Oh, my God.
You're a fucking loser. Go to fucking hell and shove yourself, you bastard. Get the fuck out of my house. Fucking crazy fucking war. You picked the wrong person at fucking war with. Person who butters your fucking bread, you little waste ass.
You don't butter my bread. Are you retarded?
You better fucking me up.
Or what?
Or fucking the police will be coming.
And what are you going to say to them, Mom?
You fucking out of
What are you going to say to them, Mom?
They'll lock you up.
Yeah, Mom, good luck. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, Mom. I'll call them for you.
You go ahead and call them for me. You're out.
Kids know too much these days.
Nothing like making your fucking mother pay for fucking money.
I wasn't. I said ask nicely.
Go ahead. Get out of here. This way! This way! Not believe I came home from a fucking shift to fucking do this fucking bullshit with you.
And cut.
But she wasn't done neither. That's for sure.
I think that's when the video camera went off, huh?
Wow, man.
No, there's more? That's it, right?
That's it.
That's all there is. Okay.
Wow. He just knows too much. She's going, I'll call the cops. And he's like, yeah, good luck with that. She calls the cops. The kid goes, look, I'm 16. My mother's insane. She's yelling at me for things I'm trying to do, you know. She's kicking me out of the house.
The kid
16.
Kid's definitely an instigator, but I'm starting to think that
yeah.
she might have more of a problem than the kid, actually.
Yeah, she's got a huge problem. The kid probably reminds her too much of the husband, is what it is, who she hates for probably leaving her. and every time she looks at the kid, she sees the ex-husband.
You can hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a beaten kid. In a
Yeah,
way.
he's just like...
You know, he's a wise ass, obviously. He was...
Yeah.
But you also hear it in his voice, like, this really is a bummer. She really... This just thinks my mother's insane.
That's an unhealthy relationship they have there. I think they need help.
Wow. All right, let's say hi to Steve in
That's
California.
really going to also help him out in his relationships in the future, I believe. You know what it's going to be like when he's out there looking for a girlfriend, future wife perhaps? Oof.
Steve?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, out in California, you know how liberal they are. I have daughters in an ex situation, and when I got custody, I asked the child support worker and my caseworker and custody worker, because I put them in a system to where they come out to my house and visit, so my ex-wife can't say I abuse my children, what the definition of abusing your child was, and they said as long as you can hit your child open-handed by law 2 or 3 times, and as long as you don't go more than that, it's not considered abuse.
That's a little weird, huh?
That's California. So you figure if California is a liberal state that way, how are other states seeing it? That's all I got. Punching out.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Timmy in Wisconsin. Timmy!
Hey, man.
What's up?
My mother would scream exactly like that.
Oh, you're kidding.
She would actually put a butcher knife to her throat and say, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
Are you kidding me? Her own throat.
She would lock herself in the bathroom, screaming from in the bathroom, I'll do it. And she'd be slashing furniture with it.
Wow, that's really crazy.
I kept the knife for like over a year with like dents all in it. And then it happened again like a year later. And I brought it out. My dad grabbed it from me. He's like, this shouldn't be around here. He's afraid like the wrong person would see it. And Mommy would be put away in a straitjacket.
What does she do now?
Sits at home, watches TV.
Yeah?
Do you have a relationship with her?
Yeah, it was mostly because, like, my dad was drinking, and when my dad quit drinking, then she got really bad.
Yeah.
But then after, like, a year, it calmed down, and she's pretty cool now.
You goof on her about it?
Well, no, not now. I mean...
Because we goof on my mother all the time about how she used to be
some
crazy.
of it left in her, though.
Yeah, she was insane with cleaning the house. We would wake up Saturday mornings, and my mother would be like, it didn't matter, you know, I guess we're, I don't know, 12, something like that, who even knows. But she'd wake us up, come on, get up! This place looks like a fucking bomb hit it, And, you know, meanwhile, I'm just thinking, you know, a few years later you start thinking, oh, I get it, clean the house, make sure it's clean. You know, there's some issues there, Mommy.
Well, you're not alone with that one, though.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people could relate to that one.
But we were all like, you know, this one's dusting, this one's vacuuming the house, and she was just, you know, get on there, what is this? Pick that up. Just crazy. And then the phone would ring, and she'd pick it up and be like, and don't make sure you get under the counter. How the hell are ya? Hot, yeah. Oh, nothing. We're just sitting around. So we would clean up so quickly while she was on the phone. So then we could walk up to her as she's on the phone and go, Ma, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna go outside. And she would kind of do that, not even look at you, but wave the hand like, okay, all right.
Right.
And then you were out of the house. When that phone rang, because we'd be going nuts. You'd be with all your cleaning tools, and the phone would ring, and I cannot tell you the relief that would come over 3 kids just from a phone ringing, because you knew you weren't being yelled at as you're cleaning up. She was crazy. But now, you know, we're sitting around, and she's a pisser now. And we just sit around and goof on her about it, about how crazy she was and what the hell is your problem.
Well, she was raising you animals.
She laughs about it
herself. Pat in Boston, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
That lady needs Scientology and not Paxil.
Scientology.
Good call back, bro. Very good, Pat. That's a great call. Tony in the Bronx. What's up, Tony?
Yo, guys, you got to see what it was like growing up with a wise guy as a father.
Oh, really?
I'm talking about when I was a kid, I used to go make the Shylock collections with him, and I used to watch my father give guys beatings. And for as long as he was alive, he never laid a finger on me. I never gave him an opportunity to. But my mother, she was the executioner. But having the wise guy in the family, that was a trip.
Yeah, you gotta
really?
That's always in the back of your head, I gotta imagine.
I can miss you being on the phone with you guys right now. He's gone, but if his friends recognize my voice, I'd get a talk to for this.
Really?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where do you live in the Bronx, Tony?
I'm telling you.
And what's your last name, Tony?
He was pretty notorious.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Doc, take care.
Oh, can we play Guess the Wise Guy?
All right, tough guy.
All right, we should move on, huh?
Sure. That was very entertaining.
One more. Eric in Colorado. Eric.
Hey, boys. Hey, the guy that called earlier was saying about stripping his kid's room. I can top that. My best friend and former neighbor, he had a 14-year-old that did the same shit. He wanted to go camping with some friends, and they let him go after like 3 or 4 days of arguing. When the kid came home, the house was completely empty. His parents had a rental property. They moved everything out of the house except for his belongings that they left in his room. They moved into the rental house, and they left a note that said, now, you take care of everything. He just and they were my next door neighbors at the time, and so the kid comes home, the friends drop him off, he walks up, unlocks the door, walks in. There is nothing.
You got to think
except
that
for a note.
you got to think that starts off as being the greatest day of your life.
Yeah.
Well,
But
he
by
was
11 o'clock at night, you got to be freaked beyond belief.
Well, yeah, because he kept trying to call his parents on their cell phone, and they wouldn't answer or anything. He came over and asked me, he said, do you know where my parents are? And I said, dude, Saturday, they were like here with a moving truck leaving, because I knew what had happened.
So you know what?
He called child services, and actually the caseworker that came out, I mean, that poor woman laughed for like 20 minutes when she found out what had happened.
Yeah, you got to imagine they have some great stories, those people. So what happened?
Oh, yeah.
What happened in the end with this?
They ended up, they moved everything back, because all they did was just put everything in the garage of the rental. They didn't unpack everything, but like they came back the next day, and that kid has just been on his best behavior ever since, because his parents told him. They said, you know what? They said, what would you have done if we wouldn't have even left you any forwarding information at all?
I will. Do you? Whip 'em out Wednesday.
You've been seriously screwed.
I'm sure that kid behaved after that, huh?
Oh, yeah, this has been a couple of years.
I guess you just got to be creative out there if you're parents, huh?
Yeah.
You
the hitting is out of the game, so you got to get a little more creative.
More than just timeouts.
This is why I don't have kids. It really is, man. When I hear shit like this, people say, why don't you and your wife have kids? I say, look at society, man. Look at these kids today.
To all the new parents out there, just remember this later today when you're by yourself away from the radio show. Always and forever.
Always starts like that. Rob from Washington. Oh, my God, my mom was a super cleaner, too. Never thought of it until you mentioned it. Maybe there's something else there. Oh, that isn't the one I need. I need Ted. My mother would scream like a harpy like that and insult my brother, sister, and myself. She would always use the maybe I'll just die and you'll be happy routine. The insults and shrieking just brought back wonderful memories. And then Chris from Bridgeport. The best quote from my mother was when she was ripping pissed one day. She said, I'm going to kick you so hard in the balls, they're going to end up in the roof of your mouth. Moms can be pretty creative with their language.
Oh, yeah.
My mom was always with the racial slurs. A lot of racial slurs growing up.
She called you the N-word?
No, she used it a lot, though. She would use it as far as cleaning would go. The house looks like a bunch of live here. What do I look 3 shades darker than you is always a good one. Clean up. Oh, can you get it? What do I look 3 shades darker than you? Clean up.
Wow.
Oh, she was the worst.
Well, that explains a lot of things.
She's changed.
That explains a lot of things.
She got older and wiser.
About
she
her
calmed
son.
down.
About her son. Bob in Minnesota.
Yeah, we used to have to tackle my ex-girlfriend's mother because she'd walk around the house punching the windows out in the house. We'd have to tackle her to the floor and stop her.
You'd have to. You tackled your ex-girl's mom.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, her arms would be all cut up and shit from punching through the windows. Hey, I also got a Ben Fogg joke. Ben Fogg is so big that Sarah likes to fly planes into it. Punching out.
All right, let's say hi to John in Philly.
Yeah.
What's
man.
up?
I gotta say, maybe your mom, being the whole clean freak she is what made you freak out and, get rid of your couch when it had a booger on it and everything else under the sun.
Nah, because I'm a lazy bastard. I won't care if things are cluttered. Like, it wasn't dirty stuff. It was just clutter stuff. Like, if we had our magazines laying around or, there was, like, a little bit of dust on the old stereo cabinet or something. That was a problem. Me, I could give a shit. Things like that. Doesn't bother me.
Okay.
But my mother was insane when it came to that stuff. With the Windex and the lemon pledge and the vacuum going.
Yeah, my mom was ridiculous when it came to that stuff. To the point we all just went the other way and we're all slobs.
Yeah, see? That's what happens. Good job.
I mean, yeah, it freaks me out if things are too organized.
Sweeping the brooms and the shovel and the dustpan and the friggin' vacuum.
You're watching TV and that vacuum comes calling.
No, it was always us vacuuming.
Oh, yeah, well, it started with Mom in her old blue bathrobe just banging into your legs.
In the 70s, we had some great vacuums, too. Boy, those things are nice, convenient. They weighed 12 tons. Had different parts. They were supposed to be convenient on wheels. I mean, we had this canister vacuum that when you pulled it, it just tipped over.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big hose with the thing at the end,
and then
it was attached to a canister that was supposed to... When you first got it on, like, Christmas or something, when Dad would get Mom the vacuum for Mother's Day, it was on wheels, and it rolled for, like, a month. And then once one of the wheels froze up because the carpet fibers would get in there, you'd go to pull it and it'd tip over and go, and then it would make like a whining sound because it was clogged and dust would start shooting out of it.
And the dirt would shoot out.
Pick that up!
That's why I hate vacuums to this day. It's not even a bit. Because my mom vacuumed every day, easily every day.
Yeah.
More than once a day, too. It was constant in our house.
Horrible.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
I know.
And we got, you want to say hi to Mudvayne?
Certainly.
They seem pretty bored out there.
Oh, yeah?
They're doing the Ozfest thing.
Yes.
That's a great gig to be on, man.
Phenomenal.
We got Chad, and I think we got the whole band.
Have big crowds.
Chad, Greg, Ryan, Matt, right? We got the whole gang today, Chad. As I'm yelling through the door as these guys are coming through. They're on their cell phones. What's up, yo?
Gentlemen.
Do we actually need these?
Nah.
Wow, you look really serious.
You don't want to hear the callers.
Are we doing callers? Is that what we do?
Sometimes.
We don't have to do anything.
Well, let's fucking get some hookers flowing here.
What's going on? You look very serious. You all right? You just woke up?
I play in a rock band.
Are you annoyed?
I was supposed to have gone to bed an hour ago.
Yeah, you don't know the rock and roll lifestyle, Opie. It's about sleeping late, staying out late, and early shit like this just kind of
annoys you, right?
Yeah.
We need to go back to the,
wow,
up all night.
That is
sleep
some
all day.
Morning voice you got going there.
Absolutely.
Did you get like an hour last night? I'm a comic. I deal with the same shit. It's fucking, you're up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, you get an hour sleep.
I think about
it blows.
30 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Damn.
Where are you guys coming from? I don't know.
No clue.
Where were we from?
D.C.
Oh, no, it wasn't called D.C., though. That's right. Bristol something.
Bristow.
Yeah.
Bristow.
Do you really lose track when you're on the road what city you're in after
I don't
a
know
while?
what day it is.
Absolutely. I have no idea what day it is.
You're just kind of on the rail.
Yeah.
There it is.
Could be Saturday.
Get through with the shows.
Some people say rock and roll. Some people say retarded.
Yeah?
That's me.
Do you guys hate being on the road or what?
Love it.
Absolutely hate it.
Love it. I love it.
Do you really?
Oh, that's a curse.
What's your dream? That you guys get so big you don't have to tour anymore? Like, no, I mean, I'm serious. I mean, there are guys that,
that ain't happening anytime soon.
Well, but if you hate it, why do it?
I said I love it.
Yeah, he loves it.
Sometimes things are just a little bit bigger than you are.
Really?
Yep.
The whole thing kind of grew a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you just what were you happier just kind of kicking it in clubs and
basements,
shit like that? Basements, really?
Obvious.
Doesn't
absolutely.
every band though get together with the final goal, the dream of doing what you're doing, being on a huge tour, and that seems to be what you get together for when you're younger.
Absolutely.
Younger. And then you finally get.
Then you get there and you're
brilliant.
And then you get there and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, you realize you had to sell your soul to Beelzebub,
Yeah, you have your idea what it's going to all be about, and then, you have to sign a few contracts with some businessmen, things you never wanted to do.
Totally. Well, you guys are going on, you're on the main stage, you're going right before Maiden and Sabbath. I mean, that's got to be phenomenal as a band to be working with those two bands.
Absolutely.
Did you get a picture with Sabbath?
No.
No. I'm such a fucking stalker. I get photos
Jimmy's
of
all
everybody.
about the celebrity photos.
Do they get a photo together? Are they ever together at any other point other than
In Sabbath Village, maybe you'll see them, that little area where the trailers are.
Oh, I doubt that.
No.
I stared at Bill Ward for 45 minutes until he fucking finally took a picture with me. He was just warming up on his drums, and I just sat there and stared at him.
Wait, those guys don't want to be together at all? You think?
I didn't say that. I just
You just haven't seen them
Just
together.
I would, I think it would be easy to presume that they probably don't get together at any other time
Really?
than being on stage.
Just on stage and then...
Bill's really cool.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
great.
He's super approachable, just a cool guy. Hangs out, like he's up on the deck during the day, just tweaking on his drums, saying hey to everybody.
I annoyed Geezer and Iommi, like fucking kind of stalking them outside the tour bus, and I think I scared Geezer back onto the bus.
That kind of does annoy people, yeah. when
I
you
can't
stalk
help
him.
it.
Yeah.
I didn't really stalk him. I just kind of stood there, but fuck him.
So what were we talking about? We were talking about why I hate touring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that'll do it, huh?
What, the stalkers?
Well, I mean,
Stalkers.
I'm sure that's one reason to
Fans, stalkers.
Yeah.
What, do they annoy the shit out of you, though? Always asking for something, pictures, autographs.
Well,
that's kind of
I
big.
guess, if they'd ask, that might be all right. But, people running up to you and sticking a camera in your face,
Really?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But that's kind of, and they would say, that's kind of, hey, you wanted to this lifestyle of the rock star kind of thing. It's kind of the position you put yourself in. You're going to have to deal with it. No, huh?
Yeah.
That doesn't
You don't
wash?
see it that way?
No.
Well, how do you see it then?
I play drums.
Yeah.
That's all I do. That's all I ever signed up for, playing drums.
And the rest of the stuff just annoys the hell out of you.
Well, just, he didn't say on the resume, be a professional model,
Right.
Also.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one coming.
Would you rather work for a living?
What's that?
Would you rather work for a living, like a real job, or?
I am working for a living. Come on.
No, I know. Like, I got to come in and go to work every morning, but believe me,
This isn't work.
I worked at some point in my life, I actually was in construction for a while.
I ran my own custodial business.
But see, that's what I mean by working for a living. Obviously, you work hard playing and doing what you do.
We keep crazy hours, absolutely.
But would you rather be
18-hour video shoots, right?
Would you rather be installing, drywall or something? You wouldn't have anybody bothering you.
He's done it.
Yeah,
I've done it actually. Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't. It's that.
No, I'm thinking once this rock star thing is done, I'm gonna go back to school and get an art history degree.
Really?
Absolutely. I'm working in a museum.
That's it.
That's it.
You're curator.
I don't mean to laugh. I have
drywall.
Yeah.
Back to the drywall.
I want to be a tour guide.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe at the Wadsworth Athenaeum in Hartford, Connecticut.
That'd be hot because you're such a people person.
I am. But
yeah,
you know
you're
what?
really coming.
But you know what? No, hold on. If you're taking somebody on a museum tour, you don't really have to be nice to anybody. All you have to do is walk around and tell the people what they're looking at. Hey.
The people that work in museums.
That's P.A. Mondrian over there.
They're assholes.
It was done in 1931.
Just hope nobody wants to...
Right when he went into his boogie-woogie phase.
Just hope that no one wants to take your picture in front of the Chuck Close.
Why would anybody want to take my picture if I'm a museum tour guide?
Tour guide.
Who would care?
So they could show the power of the photorealism.
Oh. Well, I would be game for that,
There's still got to be something phenomenal. This is the difference between comics and rock people. It's just got to be... To get blown on a bus has got to be the fucking greatest thing ever.
Blow what?
To get
you ever
blown.
been blown on a bus?
Never have I been blown on a bus.
He just did a big gig in Cleveland. He got nothing.
2 shows. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
2 sold-out
fucking
theater
matter.
shows, and he got nothing after the shows.
I'm not actually sure what we're talking about.
Getting
a blowjob on a bus by a hot groupie girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, once again, we've fallen into those rock cliches and expectations of what being in a band and touring is about.
We must all live vicariously through you rock stars.
Yeah.
What can we say?
Yeah.
Well, what is going on the rock bus?
Reading.
Everyone assumes there's a lot of drugs and drinking and naked girls. You tell us what is on the...
Not on the Mudvayne bus.
No? Well, what's on the rock bus?
Drinking, obviously.
All right, so the drinking is
and
what's
maybe
happening.
Occasional drugs. And,
all right, so we got the drugs, right?
Got a Philip K. Dick book right now.
Really?
Reading Valis, yeah.
You did a lot of reading.
Yeah.
Wow. That really does kind of part ways from the
naked chicks.
All these
From no naked chicks whatsoever. We're crazy to think that, I guess.
Yeah, the booze and the drugs are accurate, but the chicks, you're probably turning them down. That's why you're not. You probably, I don't know if you're married, you have a girl, maybe you're just going, no, I don't want to fuck
Too
around
risky.
on the road. Okay, yeah, so you don't want to fuck around on the road, but you probably could if you wanted to.
Actually, probably not. Girls don't really like Mudvayne very much.
No.
We could probably get as many 12 to 14-year-old pimply-faced boys that we want, right, Chad?
Oof.
Even better.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's say hi to Mike. He has a question for you guys. Mike, what's going on?
Hello.
Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, question for you.
He's
You're
skydiving.
giving little Jimmy shit about wanting to take pictures of stars. How do you feel about the people who are spending their hard-earned money to go out and buy your damn album and not willing to give them a couple seconds in return?
I don't think he was giving people shit about getting pictures. He was just saying he wanted them to ask. Like, just say, hey, can I get a picture?
It's not one of your favorite things to do, is what you're saying.
No, I didn't say we don't do pictures with people. We do pictures with people every day. And I think what we were mentioning about were the stalkers, the people that come out of nowhere and flash pictures at you, and you don't even know they're there, and they don't even approach you or introduce themselves.
Yeah. All right, let's say hi to BJ
Not
in
liking
Oakdale.
that.
BJ, what's up?
Not much. Hey, Mudvayne, how you doing?
What's up, man?
I just had a question about the whole face paint and the mask things that you used to do. How come you guys dropped that? Was it just something that you outgrew, got bored of?
Who said we dropped it?
Or was it because when you started doing the alien faces, it kind of turned into a gimmick and it was gay?
Okay, so he just answered his own question.
There you go.
We decided that it was just way too gay. And
Yeah, we were
decided
just
to get out of it.
You know, it was just a gay atrocity.
Let's go to Frank in New York City. Frank, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Who are these disingenuous, whining fucks who said they'd rather work for a living? Shut up. Get up and get a job and get up every day like the rest of us.
I don't think they
What's
said
your
they'd
problem?
rather work
And the
for a
drummer,
living.
I didn't sign up for this. I just signed up to drum. Shut up.
Wow.
Sir, I take it you're having a slight
Wow.
problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
The fun show just
Good morning.
Very fun, isn't it? Just
Good
don't
morning.
have a good time here. Don't
What
have
happened?
fun.
We were having fun.
I hope that you're waking up to do customer service work. Good morning,
No,
sir.
I have a real job and I work hard every day. But anybody would trade their left nut to have your life, and you're whining because you have to take a couple of pictures.
Well, no.
Who was complaining?
I think he was.
Well,
Who was complaining?
Settle down.
I think he felt an attitude from you, Matt. That's all.
You don't sound very happy with your job, sir.
Yeah.
Well, no shit,
Didn't
man.
it sound like
Up in
Opie and
an attic?
Anthony were kind of like pressing me to like have some fun and talk about the job and maybe say why we didn't want to wake up this morning? Wasn't that kind of a dig that we were doing there? We were kind of doing that together.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what we were doing.
Do we roll it into New York?
All right,
at
Frank.
4:30
Yeah,
in
you
the
guys
morning
are
on
really
a
low
bus.
this morning. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Okay, thanks.
All right, man.
There he goes. Yeah, well, this is coming in a lot, though. Seth in Jersey. Seth.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Couldn't be better.
Listen, I'm like the other guy. I was kind of, I'm happy with my job, but it's just kind of aggravating when you hear a good band that's been out popular, doing very well, that comes across when the drummer says, I didn't sign up to do this. I'm just here to drum. Dude, actually, you're here. Your fans pay a lot of money to come out, hard-earned money to come out, buy your album, see you. The last thing they want to hear is you complaining, say, this is the last thing I want to do. I didn't sign up to be a model.
All right, I file my official apology. I apologize. We were just having a little fun. I apologize. My condolences to everybody that works. I really appreciate people coming to the shows, and it's an honor to be able to be playing Ozfest right now. And we love it.
You're definitely still having fun doing this, right?
Of course.
Of course, that's why we do it.
There you go. Let's go into some other things here. John in Iowa. What's up, John?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I really like that new album. It's really good. The whole album's great, and it's been a long time since I've heard a real good rock album. But there's one song on there. It's got these freaky little voices that go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And I just wanted to know what was behind that, maybe, and who did it.
I think
the name of the song is Choices.
Yeah, the name of the song is Choices, and it's
the new CD is Lost and Found, by the way.
It's that game that every kid plays, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So that's the idea behind it, is making a choice, and the people on it were our producer's children.
Yeah, it was Dave Portman's kids. He's got 2 daughters and a son that came in and did it. Well, you did it too with him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, let's say hi to another Chad. Chad, what's up?
Hey.
Chad, you got the coolest name on the planet.
Yeah, first off, I can attest to the fact that Matt is a very, very kind individual if you show him respect.
Thank you. I really appreciate you saying so. That's all we were trying to say.
And you're going to say Chad's an asshole,
no,
right?
You know what? I really appreciate you saying so.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy meeting people and I enjoy making friends.
Yeah,
I just don't like being stalked.
Oh, yeah, I completely understand.
Why?
But I want to know what brought about the change between Lost and Found, and especially the second half of LD50. Was it just personal growth, or?
We keep an attitude with our creative process that we're not trying to recreate a moment, but we're trying to find out where the band is at the time that we're writing. So, I mean, I don't know if it's change or growth. It's just, you know, life changes and life moves along, and you know, the band's a different band than we were 4 years ago.
People do get pissed off at that. They kind of, and a lot, they like to throw out the word "sell out" a lot whenever you do something, and they don't understand that a band is a group of guys that are. The longer you're together, the more you're going to change. Your ideas change. The gel between the guys and everything, and you're going to be different. Why does it have to remain the same?
You don't want to keep writing the same record.
No.
You know what I mean? You'll have just as many people pissed off at you.
And if you're lucky
doing the
enough,
same thing over and over and over.
You want your music to be honest. I mean, that's what we really strive for.
If you're lucky enough to be successful long enough, you'll have people crawling out of the woodwork saying, "These motherfuckers, man, they were great years back, and then now they've sold out. They've changed."
You can't try to meet people's expectations. Though,
Nah.
You know, I mean, and I always felt like if we were smart enough, maybe we could have been a pop band, and you know, we could second guess what people like to listen to. But I don't think we're quite that smart. I think with us, you know, what our fans have appreciated is just the honesty. You know, we just try to make the most honest music we can.
We're
lucky people like it.
You read message boards or anything about?
No.
No?
No.
You don't even touch them?
I want to do a Mudvayne haters message board
Yeah.
on our site because
we already have one, don't we?
Just to get the
Yeah.
No, that's the only one we have.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is well, whenever you have a lot of people with message boards, that for some reason, the people that are attracted to that are the people that really just want to bash the shit out of you.
Most people don't even have anything to say about Mudvayne.
Really?
It's like
they
people just literally just talking.
A lot of infighting.
Yeah.
They're just a strange thing, the message boards, and I do know that, or at least I think, anybody who has a message board dedicated to them or that they're involved with in some way, shape, or form does read. You go to it at some point. Have you ever read a post on a message board? You?
On ours?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I
mean, people tell me all the time.
Yeah? Because that's odd that you wouldn't.
You know,
a lot of people do.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut.
You know, dude, if you were into your fans, you'd read their fucking posts.
I like this Matt guy.
Right.
Matt, you're all right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Right when the record,
right
when the record came out.
Yeah.
But
out of curiosity, you wanted to see
what. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not, like people not even talking about the record. I'm going. Shit.
Yeah.
You know,
you want to get some feedback or something? Yeah. Get nothing.
Go to Amazon.com and read all those posts, like where you can buy the record.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You might see something there.
Are you guys all from Peoria?
No.
We're all from different parts of Central Illinois.
Mm-hmm. Illinois.
You Richard Pryor fans?
Absolutely.
Good. He's from Peoria. I read that. I was very happy.
I just watched Stir Crazy the other night.
Doesn't his son still live there? I think he has a son that lives in Peoria.
Really?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know any more than that, but
let's say hi to Tim in Tennessee. Tim, what's up?
Hey guys, good morning, Man Melons. Hey, I was listening to those other callers whine about guys in the band not wanting to take pictures, and you know, last time I checked, you buy a CD, you get the music on the CD, and that's what you're paying for. And if these guys don't want to take time to do anything else, well, that's too fucking bad. You know,
that's not really what they said. Matt just doesn't like to be stalked, and you know.
No. I actually agree.
The guys in the band have every right.
No, I know he's agreeing, but he's also saying that the other callers were saying you guys don't like it at all. That's not what the
you know
point
what
Matt was
we
making.
do every day. We do meet and greets and stuff every single day. We're doing 150 people a day at Ozfest. Or whatever.
Well, you think about that. You know, if you do a minute per person, that's 150 minutes. And you guys don't have time to take a shit. So
you don't do a minute per person.
I'm all for free choice and whatever you guys want to do. Just keep putting out good tunes.
I appreciate
Thanks a lot, man.
Punch it out.
All right, let's say hi to Rob on Long Island. Rob, what's up?
What's going on, guys? How you doing? Great music, guys. Me and my brother are big fans. I first saw you guys at the Summer Sanitarium tour at Giant Stadium a couple of years back. But I wanted to ask where you guys got your name from, because from what I hear, it's like a slang for asshole. I just wanted to know if that's true.
Well, I often wondered about that.
That never occurred to me, actually.
After we threw that out there, like, years ago, I was thinking, man, I hope that people don't think that.
Yeah,
but
is that like an anal reference?
You almost can't help.
Yeah, that's an anal reference.
Yeah, it sure is.
Absolutely. But actually, it came from. Have you ever heard of a fish called carp? You ever heard of that fish?
Yeah, he's out, but
he's gone, or whatever. And I was literally driving around the Decatur Dam, and I looked down and I saw some people fishing, and I was like, I remembered fishing there with my dad or whatever, and it was just like really boring and like no action and no fishing. Basically, you just sit there with your line in the water, and
Like, this
every once in a
sucks.
while you
This
catch a
totally
carp, and it'd be
sucks.
like, "Woo, got one on, woo!" You know, and you'd reel it in, and it'd be like, "Oh, it's a carp. You can't keep that one." And you throw it back because it's got a mud vein. So that's where I came up with it. It was just driving around
You
the
know what?
dam.
I've never heard that story. That's the first time I've heard that story.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
I
I
was
thought it
just
was.
I was just
I
driving
thought it
around
was
the dam.
the pink laser shot from the Sirius star system that sent the name like right how burned into my brain. The pink laser.
I was driving around the dam when the pink laser
Pink,
hit
you
me.
were struck by the pink laser from the Sirius
Absolutely.
Sirius star system.
All
The
right.
dog star. The dog star.
Let's go to Rich in Ohio. Rich, what's up?
Good morning, boys. Little Jimmy.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, Mudvayne, you guys fucking tore it up Saturday.
Well, awesome. Thank you.
I saw you up at the Burgestown at the Post-Gazette Pavilion.
Killer.
And these motherfuckers that say that you guys don't work apparently ain't never been to one of your shows.
Thank you.
Because I am a fucking lobster today. My forehead, my nose, my arms.
Oh, man.
Fucking 4 o'clock, everybody I was with was, come on, let's go. I can't fucking take it no more. I'm like, kiss my ass, motherfucker. I ain't leaving until Mudvayne's done. So,
That's awesome.
you guys rock, and I still feel it because I'm on fire.
Awesome.
You know,
dude.
if one thing that
Thank you very
thank
much.
you. One thing that we always, we've always tried to bring to the stage is, I know it sounds kind of idealistic or whatever, but like we treat every show like as a singular moment, and it's a moment that the fans and that we get to have that's unlike any other, and every show is that, and it kind of I think it keeps us pretty vital and keeps us pretty excited about our shows. I mean, we get really excited about playing. That's what we do.
Very good. Let's say hi to Dave in Queens. Dave.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up, Dave?
What's up, man?
Nothing, all fucking good. Yo, I saw you guys way before you guys broke out when you were playing with Ultra Spank and Slipknot down in Houston.
There you go.
2000
you
probably.
guys are fucking ridiculous that night. I went there to see Slipknot. I left being a huge fan of you guys, and I'm glad to know you guys are fucking assholes too, because it helps me relate a lot more. It really does. It helps me relate with you motherfuckers. Yo, love you guys. Fucking Jimmy.
Yes.
Oh man, what I do to suck on your meaty tits, you fucker.
You are a good egg.
Gotta love the satellite
Good
radio.
egg. Wow.
Let's go to Joe in.
It sounds like you got your own stalker.
Oh yeah, complete psycho.
Couple. We got many. Joe, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey, Mudvayne, you guys fucking rock. Awesome
Thank you.
record.
Thank you.
Love all the records. As a matter of fact, my 4-year-old daughter loves to get in the truck, and she said, Daddy, put on the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo song. She's getting ready to celebrate her 4th birthday. And
Congrats.
You guys know you got a 4-year-old Mudvayne fan out there.
Dude, you know what?
Appreciate it.
I probably hear that
Hear about
in the signing line every day. Like, I mean, I hear so much about people saying, putting on Determined and their kids dancing to it and stuff.
That's awesome.
So that's really cool, man. Awesome.
Hey, thanks, guys.
All right. You
You're
guys
welcome,
ever think
man.
it would have gotten this big?
Oh, absolutely not. This is an absolute anomaly.
Like when you
Yeah.
start out, you guys
We-
just got
when we-
together. You had fun playing together. Thought you'd do some local gigs and have a good time, right?
And really for us, it was about writing. I mean, we really enjoyed just writing music.
Do you remember the moment when you realized, oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah,
holy
absolutely.
crap, this is going to take off?
Yeah,
What was it? Was it anything good? Was it hearing it on the radio? A song on the radio?
We have like a little bit of personal mythology in the band, and at a certain point, we collectively identified a moment and specified it and said, "This is the point forever. This is the now forever."
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You had a sign?
Well, there was a moment where
Yeah,
we
yeah,
said-
absolutely.
where we just realized like what we were doing.
The gravity of
meant
what it was.
something. It meant something, and that people were probably going to receive it, and we wanted to be a part of it.
It was about
right?
6 months
And
before we
make
got a
it-
record contract.
Make it our whole life.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's when it was all kind of.
Absolutely.
It got a little bit bigger than just us,
Mm-hmm.
like we were saying in the beginning of the interview. I don't know. I don't want to say too much more.
Why? Sounds kind of interesting, actually.
Well, it just sounds to me like devil worship.
Sounds like ritual.
There's a little bit of that
satanic
ritual.
Sounds like it might have been a Ouija board. How are we going to get popular?
When we got
Yes.
after we got our record deal,
Actually,
I was
we
like,
just shook that 8 thing.
yeah, the 8
I was gonna say,
ball, the magic 8 ball.
I was going to say, was it an 8 ball?
And it said, and we flipped it over and it said, yes. I said, yes. So that was like, oh my god. When we got signed, I had at one point said I would be shocked if we sold 150,000 records, sold 100,000 records. Like that was not going to be possible.
And you guys have sold at least 200.
Yeah, we actually, you know what? I think we hit close to 2, didn't we? 200.
First time. We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're working at it.
We're still hoping.
Let's.
I got to ask you a question too. Bill Ward, most underrated drummer ever.
He's a jamming drummer.
You know what was really
ridiculous? Like when he's just
just sit around and, like what you probably saw him. He is
shit.
really, really good.
Really good.
It's like you can tell that he's not just showing up 2 weeks before the tour starts to I got to play drums again. Haven't seen him for a year kind of thing. No, he's into it. You can tell he is about drumming.
He can play.
He can really play.
All right, let's say hi to Joey on Long Island. He's got a question. Joey! Hey, Joey.
Hey.
What's up? Turn down your radio. You're on.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yep.
Oh.
Hey, I'm a big fan. I heard a lot about your band. Is it true that Pat Battle sings backup on your last album?
Who?
See ya!
Pat Battle.
Just an ass.
Okay.
What else can I tell you? Just an
Who
ass.
did what?
She's a newscaster that we're obsessed with.
It's-
People throw her name.
It's not
in
even worth
to
explaining
everything.
to these guys. They're
They're
big
gonna hear it.
rock stars. They don't care.
Hey, you know what? I
don't care about a
I've got
battle.
better
Love
things to
doing
do
what
with my
we do.
time. I got better things to do with my time. Let's go do some drywalling.
Mike in Winter Haven. Mike, what's up?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Hey.
Good. How are you,
Hey,
man?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Look, the first one I heard from you guys is Dig, and right at the time I was playing paintball, and like every day, every tournament, we turn that sucker, we turn it up, and we just crank it out and just like beat each other up right before a game, and we'd go and just wreck house against these guys. It gave me it just turned on that switch inside me that just said, go out and just wreck it, man. Thanks
Awesome.
so much, guys. You guys rock.
Thank you
I
very
appreciate
much.
it. Look at that. Let's say hi to
Awesome.
David in St. Louis. David.
Hey, I just wanted to say that I saw you guys in St. Louis and thought you guys were awesome. It was at Point Plus 17.
Sure.
I was just wondering, how did you guys like playing to a sold-out crowd?
Yeah, that was the first time we'd headlined a sold-out radio gig. That was pretty wacky.
I enjoy playing to sold-out crowds.
You
a
had
lot
to
more
have
than when there's nobody there.
You had to have had the shit gigs early on where you'd.
All right,
we're talking about St. Louis here.
Our home,
Totally.
like home area.
Yeah.
Like we went down to the Creepy Crawl.
Yep, and everyone left.
Well, no, that was in Denver.
That was in Denver. Also in Quad Cities and in Chicago.
Where Greg
Empty
was
bar.
going. I was sick as a dog. Literally, we're going out on a tour. When we were financing everything ourselves, we get out to Denver, and all of a sudden I just get crazy sick. I couldn't even speak, and Greg is standing next to me at the bar going, dude, here, do a shot of Jack. No, here, do a shot of tequila.
It'll loosen up your voice.
It's the only time I've ever went on stage with a buzz. The only time
Really?
ever. And
We don't drink or do anything before we play.
I was
Absolutely
wasted.
nothing.
But yeah, the Creepy Crawl. We played to like
10 people.
10 people
yeah.
maybe.
Oh yeah.
We just did we went back there for that specific reason.
For
when
the
we
Gorilla.
released the
Lost
new
and Found,
record.
yep.
Yeah, and we did the whole Gorilla run.
It was all small clubs like that. And we just
went to the
just
Creepy
did a show
Crawl
there.
and packed that bitch.
A few more than
It was
10
really
people, yeah.
crazy because like my drum kit was like on the edge.
Is that the
behind-
show he's talking about?
Which one?
The Creepy Crawl.
Yeah.
They do a sold out show.
Oh no, I think he's talking about the radio. Well, that was a sold out show. Also, 175 people probably.
Yeah.
I was sitting on the
75,
corner of the stage with
screaming
a
nuts.
pillar next to me, and like all the fans were like literally like just standing around my kit, like as close as chance. So it was like me playing, and everybody just standing
That's
there.
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That Gorilla run was awesome. For that
Fans
reason,
helping
there
me
was,
do cymbal chokes.
there
you
was
know?
no
Right on.
Can grab it, you know.
Hey, we got a good
No
friend of the
security.
show calling in to say hi. Jay Moore, everyone. Jay!
I just want to remind everybody that this past Saturday, Jim Norton is at the Cleveland Odeon.
Oh, thank you, Jay. It was very helpful, your plugs.
How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing good. How did it go, Jimmy?
It was good actually. Both shows were great, and just I fucking struck out horribly with chicks.
Hey Jay, so what? You were on like a little, you were on like a stand-up tour kind of thing?
I went out and did Cleveland on Saturday.
And no girls on your bus.
They make
On
it
the
sound like
bus,
you're
I-
gay.
I would say,
I took a fucking van from the hotel.
yeah, that's the problem there. You gotta have a sexy bus.
What, Jay?
Every time people talk about stand-up comedy, they make it sound like we're gay. What are we doing, a little stand-up thingy? Like, this guy just talked for 45 fucking minutes about performing for 40 people and vomiting. Jim sells out a goddamn theater 2 shows in a row. He's like, oh, that's cute.
Wow. Oh, you're right, man. We do stink as comics. Fuck.
Yeah, Jay, we got Mudvayne in the studio today.
I know Mudvayne from Ozfest.
Yeah,
Nice,
very
thank you.
good. Do you guys know who Jay Moore is?
I'm not familiar myself.
You'd know
I
him.
apologize.
You'd know him in a second if you saw him.
Where would I know him from?
Saturday Night
Last Comic
Live.
Standing. He
Oh, yeah. I'm terrible with TV. I don't see enough TV.
Suicide Kings, great movie.
Oh, Suicide Kings. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Jay was in Suicide
He's in
Kings
that.
and many, many others.
Oh, okay.
Let's not forget Paulie.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
wow.
the kids love Paulie.
The kids love Paulie. The kids love Paulie. Don't make a fucking maniac out of me.
I have exceptional news for you two guys.
Yes? Yes, Jay.
Or 3. Sorry, Jimmy.
And, well, there's 2 others in the studio. It's 5 today.
5.
Well, I don't know them, and they don't know me, so let's just make a whole thing out of it.
We got Chad and Matt.
But
I don't want to get caught in the crossfire.
I saw your movie.
Paul Anka is the guest star on Las Vegas today, and they're filming.
Oh, really? Oh, he also... Can I say bang or should I say seeing? Girlfriend.
Live with? How about live with?
Live with.
Cohabitating.
He lives with Nikki Cox.
Which one? This dude.
Now they're seeing
I totally know who you
now
are.
they're seeing a picture of
You're
you.
like a movie star. Hey, do you like stalkers and having your picture taken?
Only when I'm actually in the bed.
Nice,
Absolutely,
nice.
I know
Here's
who
a
you
glamorous
are.
story about Jay Moore. Jay
That's
and I
what
were
I
doing
need
a
to do.
college together in Florida years ago.
You were in did you play in
Jerry
am I
Maguire?
yeah, I was going to say Jerry Maguire.
Yeah,
Am I
yeah,
going to sound
Jerry
stupid
Maguire.
if I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See, Jay, you just impressed them.
He was the
Good.
scumbag agent.
But I want to hear Jimmy's story.
Oh, this is a cute
yeah,
one.
listen to this.
I'm opening for Jay in a college in Florida. And he goes, hey, Jim, come in here. And I walk into his hotel suite, and I walk into his room, and he's on his bed naked, on his hands and knees with his asshole open, laughing.
Wow. You know what?
Beat that, Mudvayne.
I would say people, almost every interview, somebody, what's the craziest thing that's happened to Mudvayne on the tour? So I'm speechless right now.
I don't have
Absolutely.
that one like that.
I couldn't get within 10 feet of that.
Mudvayne, 2 things happened with that antic that I pulled. One is 2 things are going to happen. One, you're either going to get fucked, or 2, the guy's going to leave you alone the rest of the time.
Yeah, it definitely sets a precedent.
That was fucking hilarious. And then I kept coming back to the room, hoping he'd reenact it. It's very hot.
See, these comics, they get wacky, Mudvayne.
Had something had been in there though, right?
Was that?
Something had been in there. You could tell, right?
Yeah, it was not the first time you've been in that.
Yeah, something had been.
Oh, no, yeah.
Something had been in there.
Are you diddling yourself?
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you tell Mudvayne who you're now living with, Jay?
What? Aren't you on your own show? Didn't you have been listening?
They didn't hear it.
Yeah.
See, we do not listen on the show. We've made that perfectly clear. But did you hear who Jay Moore is living with?
No, I have no idea.
Bob Sugar.
He
You
lives
live
with
there, Mr. Sugar.
He lives with Nikki Cox.
Oh, good God.
Really?
I swear to God, it's ground. I swear to God, you guys just said it.
No one. They didn't hear it though.
No, maybe there were 5 people talking at the same time.
They were showing a picture of you.
Did you say it?
Suicide King.
No one listens on this show, Jay.
Someone
you know
did
that.
say it though.
Oh, someone said it.
I'm all ears now.
But they're now hearing it for the first time.
Man, I've never met
the
a movie
great
star.
Hollywood actress
Jay's
Nikki
great.
Cox.
Yeah, this is fun. I've never really talked to a movie star before.
Really?
Yeah, this is.
Real movie.
It's a new plateau in my life,
movie
actually.
that's getting airbrushed out of the poster.
Let me
How about that, King's Ransom? The poster's out, and they airbrushed all the white people out of the poster.
Oh, wow.
Did they really?
Wow.
Jay.
We went to the lawyers on that one.
We too thought it was really cool to meet a Hollywood star until he hangs around a while and then you realize he's just as sick as everyone else.
Yeah, he's naked in bed. Posted. Yeah. He's posting.
We've
in
all
bed.
seen his penis.
Post it up.
We've seen him do things with his penis.
Yeah.
You guys sound like a bunch of fun guys to hang out with.
We're really not making a good impression of the fucking rock stars. A bunch of homo stories.
Yeah, I know.
Remember the time you
know
showed
what?
me your cock?
No. When we saw Jay's penis, it had something to do with a young lady, well, not too young, named Chocolate. Named Chocolate.
I sliced like a fucking hammer.
We saw allegedly, because we're not really sure what we saw. We saw Jay bang a black hooker from Harlem once.
It was nice.
I'm
gonna
live
be
on our show.
I'm going to be going back to my bus to sit in my back lounge and read some Dostoevsky.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be doing this afternoon.
A little reading.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice way to wind down.
Yeah,
Sure.
have an espresso and some Dostoevsky.
You're not going to just spread
Anthony,
your ass cheeks and call someone in the room?
No, I don't think that's going to be happening.
What's that, Jay?
I heard when you guys were talking about certain people not coming on the show, and Anthony and you guys, you're saying that these people were dead to you, and then I went on Whackbag and saw the pictures of the gravestones of certain, like Brewer, Dice, Lewis Black, Carlos Mencia, and Anthony said, I was driving with my buddies, and Anthony said, Jay fucking Moore.
That's right, Jay fucking Moore.
And everyone tore me a new asshole. I went back on the show, and everyone crushed me.
You know what is a credit to Jay? Everyone was bashing Jay before he called and got back with the show.
After I called, they were bashing me after I called.
Yeah,
Big Hollywood star. And he's
but you
obsessed how
turned it around.
How he stands with our show.
He turned it around so quickly, because he's a funny motherfucker. That's just the way it is.
Jay,
Love
did
you, Jay.
you feel your appearance was bad?
As opposed...
Sorry. Jimmy, I've been waiting the entire phone call, wondering when will he set me up. I don't know. Next thing I know, Jim Norton says, was it bad?
You're Harvey Keitel. It's all I think about. I don't even want to fucking look at him anymore.
That's the only reason I called. Jimmy, this series must go 7 games. I went to the park today and I saw Darryl Strawberry. And I looked him in his eyes. And he told me he's saving it for the big one.
Your kid
Jackson, I'm obviously doing Harvey Keitel on the radio.
Your kid doesn't shut up, does he, Jay?
Oh, my gosh. Do that when I'm doing walking. I don't even like doing walking anymore.
That is a talkative little kid.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
And he can take a punch.
All right.
2 things. I called to do waiting in vain to be set up for Keitel. And I just called because I laughed the other day driving by myself, just thinking of Anthony for no reason on the side, going, no, man, I'm pretty fucking soft. I'm okay.
All right. Any other questions for Mudvayne, Jay?
How about one? Just one question.
How about a question they've never been asked before? Because that's what we try to do on the show. I don't think we were too successful, but...
Have you ever... How old are you guys?
Oh, shit. There's a question.
Okay, that's it. That's the only question you can
approaching 37 way too quickly.
Have you guys ever, when you were kids, out of curiosity, blown another kid?
Blown another kid?
Good question.
Well, you didn't specify male or female, so I'm not going to say. But that gives me the
blown?
No. But that gives me a window to say yeah.
Oh, okay.
Put that up on Whackbag. Oh, and by the way, everyone at Whackbag, Freak 8, there's your show mentioned. Stop posting at Freak 8. And more pictures of me and Cox fucking as monkeys.
Nice.
Yeah, very good.
Hey, Jay, I'll be happy to answer your question, and I'll even break it down by ethnicity.
Jim, boys blow each other every day. Monster Rain, they want to put up a reward. I'm a Catholic. I'm blessed. Okay, I tell you a little off today. I'll make it up to you, Jimmy.
What's that, buddy?
The Keitel's a little off this morning. I'll make it up to you.
No, it's not. It's great. What are you talking about? It sounds
We
exactly
love
like
the Keitel. Stop.
He was shot in the gut. It's my fault. He was shot in the gut.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
I
call.
love you, boys.
All right, Jay.
Love you, Jay.
A true friend of the show.
Ask me if I'm okay.
You okay?
Nah, man. I'm pretty fucking far from okay. Punching up, boys.
Later, Jay.
See you, man.
See ya.
Jay Moore calling from Hollywood.
That guy's
Awesome.
a rip, man.
With his kid in the background. You want to explain Monster Rain to these guys before we let them go, or no?
He's calling from Hollywood?
Oh, yeah. This is satellite radio. We're everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
The
What
thing
time
is
is it there?
I was going to say, that's
like
yeah,
5
really.
in the
Why
morning.
is he even awake?
He's got the kid.
Kid now.
God, what a nightmare.
Has to be.
She is a fucking hot.
Which one?
Yeah.
You go with...
That's Aguilera.
You go with Aguilera?
Aguilera.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have.
On the wall.
Dude, that is
Don't-
the
yeah.
hottest picture, dude.
Yeah, like I'm realizing I'm surrounded by
Flipping
naked
us off.
women.
Dude,
Yeah, well...
look at that.
We got to keep morale up in here. She is really just uber hot.
I was more of a fan of Britney Spears until she got
fuck that. Christina blew away Britney from beginning to end.
Dude, she's skinny. She's like,
I know, she's a little fidget.
yeah, like 4'3" or something.
I love it.
A fidget?
A fidget.
Yeah. Ooh, a fidget. I like that. Is that a spinner?
No, that's what they called them in the Little Rascals. I believe in episode of the Little Rascals.
We call them spinners.
Spinners?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get them up there and
just spin them.
Yep.
Jessica Simpson, yes or no?
No.
No?
The new video, though?
I don't care.
She looks great.
The new video?
I
know
care.
she's dumb and...
Don't care. Nope.
I'm not a big fan of her.
Really?
Nope. Not at all.
Washing the car? No,
Nope.
I don't know what it is.
Nope. Out. Wow. Out.
I was with you until I saw the new video.
Yeah.
No?
What about Dukes of Hazzard? Is she gonna? How
she looks very hot in that.
How's she gonna do that?
Well, the Daisy Dukes, where the name came from. Yeah, she's wearing those little.
Have you seen the video?
Shirt.
No, I haven't seen it.
That's why.
So
when you see this video,
faint.
oh my god,
I think I've seen it.
Well, we should let these guys go. I think we had fun
Gentlemen.
here. I think Matt started off like, ugh, but I think you
No,
had
I
a good
didn't start
time.
off like. Ugh. I just sat down and just did my thing.
He didn't have his coffee yet.
He didn't have his coffee,
it's all
but
good.
I think we all got along.
The whole
Well, you know what?
planet,
You gotta.
The whole planet sucked until he had his Starbucks. But now he's okay.
So you guys playing Ozfest?
PNC tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
and
right?
Wednesday.
That's
yeah,
right.
we'll be
2 days in a
there
row.
tomorrow.
2
Interview.
days in a row.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Will you acknowledge him if you see him backstage, or
Absolutely.
You will.
Yeah.
He will be back.
Hey, you know
there.
what? There is a certain
that.
job description I have, and it doesn't mean I have to be friends with just
Right.
anyone.
You better.
I do
You
love that
better
about
run.
radio, because there's so many times, we'll have a really good interview with a band or something, then we go to the show and we're backstage like, now we're all friends, and zip right by like they don't even know you.
Security have them removed.
It's like, but what happened on our show? We were just pals.
But the worst is when you realize they did recognize you and just didn't give a fuck. Like, they didn't remember me. Hey, remember we talked? Oh, yeah, no, I know. Fuck.
Just keep walking on. The big blow off. Right.
Some happy surprise. Like
I thought we were going to go on the tour bus and drink and drug and
read
broads
books
together. Yeah.
This is one of the nicest smelling microphone.
Yeah, it is actually.
That's because that's the one that's never used by anybody.
No,
yeah, both of those.
It's frightening me that it smells so good.
Really?
'Cause you guys.
It's
Just
spritzed.
like
It's been spritzed.
We're breezing it.
We don't let other people use the studio.
Lysol, disinfectant, Febreze, right? Jimmy's you wouldn't want to use, or Opie's you wouldn't want to use, because if Jimmy gets a good fart rolling, he'll shove his ass right against it and just let it rip.
But only my mic, nobody.
Did you ever do
else.
the cup and toss? That's
Oh,
the new
God,
one.
yeah.
The
Yes.
cup and toss.
Yeah, he does.
Dude,
that.
we saw somebody. We saw a dude with his kids in a pickup truck. We were driving along, and straight up looked over, and this dude cupped and tossed right there in the front seat driving with his kids. I'm like, what is he? And he just tossed it right in his face. I'm like,
great.
that dude cupped a fart.
You gotta hold it for a second, and you just open it like it's a gift, right in somebody's face.
slowly
Fucking
waft
beautiful.
into their
Yeah,
face.
no, he tossed it in his own face. He cupped and tossed.
in his own face.
Yeah, he cupped and tossed straight up.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony. Oh, dinner. Hey, man. Here you go. No. That's cool. Keep it. Chicken. The worst. Opie and Anthony.
Let's go to Troy's mixtape of love for Melissa.
Ooh.
Oh, the guy brought it up. It's true. Whatever. Troy's mixtape of love for Melissa. Where's Martini Steve? We got to get him back into the studio. Martini Steve getting a lot of airtime lately.
It makes me physically ill.
Where's Steve? Steve?
Steve.
Steve. Steve.
Where's that Lebanese sex addict?
Hey, Steve.
He's circling. Come on, Steve, land.
I cannot wait until that gets old.
It won't
Ever.
You
will
in
that
your
get old.
hybrid car.
It will.
Mulata mongrel car.
It will. I'll just, smile through it, and,
All right.
someone else will roll under the bus at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen.
Yes, with a little no gas guzzling car right into that bus. Jesus.
Steve, what do you got on this mixtape?
You're going to be the first man who paralyzes himself running over a power cord in that little dinky car.
That's very safe, Jimmy.
Yes.
This is, someone sent me a link last night, and it goes to, I think it's called troysmixtape.com is actually the address, and I guess this kid, 16 or 17 years old, made a an audio love letter for his his girlfriend of 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. It's a whopping anniversary. And
so he's in pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it is got to be the most affectionate thing I've heard in a while. It's sickling.
Is it like Bill's audio? Remember Bill, the intern, made the audio of his young girlfriend? And he said how much he loved her and he enjoyed being with her, and that someday she'd be old enough to understand what he was saying. Fucking creep.
Maybe he was just being shocking with his report.
Shocking.
No, he wasn't.
It's a shock intern.
All right, well, here's a little taste of Troy talking about the love of his life, Melissa.
Happy 6 month anniversary, my babe. Ooh, I love you. I love you so much. You are my everything. I love you so much.
Who's got the douche chill? Who's got the douche chill? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Troy's a good boy.
Oh, is that awful?
What's wrong with that? He's a romantic. He loves his gal.
Yeah. This is the shit that should just be kept behind vault doors, you know?
And you're only 10 seconds in. This
Oh,
goes on.
Buttercup.
Did he make her
Buttercup, you're on the air.
Did he make her a mixtape of all the songs?
Oh, he does one better. He sings them for her.
No, he doesn't. It's
he
got to
does.
be a joke.
No.
6 months has gone by so fast, and this has been the best 6 months of my entire life. It really has been the best 6 months of my entire life, and it's all because of you.
Oh, Jesus.
You're the best thing that's ever happened to me or will ever happen to me. I'm the luckiest guy on the face of this earth. And I know I'm the luckiest guy on earth to have you. And I never, ever, 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 ever want to lose you. Ever. You mean so much to me. You mean more than anything in my life. You mean everything. You are my everything. I'm in love with you. I'd be lost without you.
Wow. You really went above and beyond the Call of Duty for that one, Jim. That was a bare-ass fart into the mic. Oh, pants pulled down, cheeks right against the mic. Fantastic.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on. Tough it up. Sure, in 6 months you'll be using it for fuel. Honey, I know it's disgusting, but it's cheaper.
Steve, what'd I tell you?
That was good. I would actually.
Don't encourage him. Oh,
Oh.
God, that was just horrific.
Oh, wow.
We've gotten that comfortable where we get to see your bare ass every day now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
just admit it's nicer than you thought it would be. Supple, yet not soft.
Not a hair to be found.
No, and
Jesus.
not at all.
Young boy, yes.
A proctologist one time described my asshole, and I quote, like an alien's mouth.
All right, well, let's get back to Troy's mixtape of love for Melissa.
Oh, babe, I love you. I feel like I've known you all my life. I can talk to you about anything, do anything around you, tell you anything, and I know you'll always be there for me. Okay. I know that you love me, and I know you care for me, and I just love you so much. You're so perfect in every single way imaginable. I can't believe this could be tangible. Duh. No, you really are so perfect in every single way imaginable. Every single way. You're the perfect girl for me. We are a perfect match, Melissa. We really are.
She's got it bad.
Fucking LaMotta had better mic techniques.
We're so perfect for each other. Everything about us goes perfectly together.
You beautiful
We're
people.
the same size. Our hands are the same size. We think alike. I mean, we're seriously perfect for each other. You're so perfect, Melissa, and so unreal, and so awesome.
Awesome.
So incredible. And, oh gosh, so unreal. I'm so lucky. So lucky. I am the luckiest guy on the face of this entire earth.
He said, I can smell your cunt.
Psychopath this guy is.
Well, a lot of people have comments. Tony in Jersey. Tony?
Yeah, she must swallow. That's about the only reason I can see doing a tape like this.
No. This guy is one of those guys that would kill himself. That probably did kill himself after she broke up with him.
Or should.
Should.
She heard this and, like, she probably got so... What do you see this?
Well, go on, finish.
No, I'm saying she probably dumped him because of this. She was probably a little tired of this groveling weasel, and you could sense it.
You nailed it, yeah.
That's about the only reason I can do a tape like this.
All right, let's go to Corey. Corey?
I would rather be stuck in an attic in New Orleans than listen to this shit.
Holy crap. They broke up 3 days after this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bet you they were on the outs a little bit, and he could sense she was getting tired of him, and he
thought
figured he'd woo her over, and
Right.
this just sent her for the fucking hills.
Yep.
Well, let's get back to the tape.
Ever. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me, or will ever happen to me. You are the best ever, Melissa. There's no better out there. You are, for sure, the best ever.
The best
And
ever.
I'm serious. There is no better out there. You are the best ever. Best there is, and best there ever will be. You're the perfect girl for me. We have so many memories together, and I'll never forget any of them.
I kiss you on the mouth.
Watermelon head, and everything. We just go together so perfectly.
Yeah.
We're just perfect for each other. And we have so many memories and so many funny times together and so many funny experiences. And there's going to be many, 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 many more.
Hello, exactly!
And this is like only one of our many, 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 many anniversaries, and there's many, 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 many more to come. And I know that for a fact. My babe. My babe. My babe.
Oh, God.
Wow.
This is so
yeah,
chilling.
Painful. Want more?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
gets
want-
worse here.
I want all of it.
It gets a lot worse.
It gets worse.
I can't get enough of this kid.
Hey, babe. I think I'll give you a little song and dance. Are you ready? It might sound kind of bad because this microphone sucks really bad. Okay? And I'm sort of tired. But it's not really like a full song. It's just like a little clip of it. Okay? In all my life, I pray for someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you. In all my life, I pray for someone like you. Yes, I pray that you feel the same way too. And I hope that you do love me too. Sorry, it's not very good because I'm a little tired, but I try. Here, I'll give you another one. If you're not the one, then what does my hand fit yours this way? If you're not the one, then what does my soul feel glad?
Stop whining.
Today.
Stop whining.
Oh, babe.
Stop it.
I can't sing anymore. I love you so much.
Quiet.
Oh.
Oh, man.
And if you're not the one, then why does my hand fit yours? And why does my soul feel glad? I just don't even know. Maybe it's because you are. Haha.
We're taking
Let's say hi to Corinne in New Jersey. Corinne.
I got it.
Hey guys, Aunt, I just wanted to ask you, is this kind of what it sounded like when you proposed?
Yeah.
Punching out boys.
Exactly. It was a little different.
Some guy piling out of a fucking car with Lawrence Hilton Jacobs hair. You want to get married or what?
What do you say? Give it a shot. Spent $200 on this ring.
And you know she had probably a good laugh at this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a guy like Jamaican Mike was behind her.
Oh! All her friends just laughing.
Yeah, what a tool this
Got
kid
together. You got to hear this.
The original audio was 14 minutes long. This is cut down to roughly 6 minutes.
So she broke up with him and then threw the audio up on the internet.
Of course she
certainly did.
That is awesome.
Oh, you bitch.
Can we get this kid?
I think he's in Utah somewhere, but I'll look.
Well, why don't we try to get him on the telephone?
Yeah, certainly will.
All right, here we go. You want the last bit of this or no?
More than I want oxygen.
I need it.
I love you so much. And, I wish you were here right now, hugging me and kissing me. Maybe a kiss if you want. But for sure a hug. But maybe a kiss if you wanted to. Now that would be a dream come true. You are a dream come true, Melissa. You are the best ever. And that is true. You are the best ever. Ever. You really are. No doubt about it. You're the best ever. No matter what happens, you are the best ever. I mean, seriously. I'm just trying to show you how much I love you on the CD and tell you so you can always think of me and know how much I love you when you listen to this.
Well,
You're in me,
no
Melissa.
shit.
If I lost you, I would be lost. I never, ever, 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 ever want to lose you. Ever.
Oops, 2 days, ever,
When I
whatever.
sleep, I think about you, Ed. My babe, I love you. You are
Now choke yourself.
my babe. My babe. You're my babe. Happy 6-month anniversary. This is only one of many anniversaries we have had and will have. I love you. Good night, sweet dreams. I'm in love with you. Love you.
You better get your head and your ass wired together, or I will take a giant shit on you.
Was that a kiss at the end?
Yeah, I think he was kissing.
Those were a bunch of loud kisses.
She broke up with him 3 days later.
3 days later, his forever turned into nothing.
I think this tape backfired on him.
It makes me sick. And he has hair like Sex Bagel. He really irritates me.
Yeah, there's a picture.
I'm sure we got this link to OpieandAnthony.com, knowing Steve. So.
This is what our own Eric would look like if he weren't retarded.
Wow. Let's say hi to Brad. Brad, what's up? Wow, the listener's slow today.
Brad.
Come on, guys. Help us out. Anthony.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
This is killing me. I want to be there. I want to hear the audio of when he finds out his best friend with a 10-inch cock is pounding his girl.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what do you guys think? You think that he lost his virginity to this girl and he's just out of his mind?
Maybe, yeah.
Could you imagine him feeling like that, going over her house and, like, you see maybe she's moving by the window or something, and you go to peek in her room, and there's your best friend just railing her in the ass? He'd have to kill himself. He would have to kill himself right there.
Mike Jersey, what's up?
Yo, he didn't even bang that chick, did he?
I think he definitely did.
Might have been his first.
Yeah, I think he did.
Either his first...
No,
either
at the end he's like, maybe a kiss if you want to. That'd be nice. He
That's
didn't
true.
bang her.
Maybe he didn't.
I think he's out of his mind because this girl was his first.
Yeah.
I like to bite that dude's face.
First,
once in a while.
Maybe first BJ or first something going on there.
What?
Let's see.
Hold on, Steve has some input. What do you have, sweetie?
Yeah, I was going to say, in that last part of it, he talks about getting a hug from her and a kiss if she wants to. So there wasn't a whole lot of physical contact going on with this relationship.
Oh, come on now. Really? You think? All right.
Well, thanks. There goes Steve.
Come on, Steve!
Yep. Oh, you can go.
Steve's car doesn't even drive straight. It just spins in circles with lights around it. Spaceship riding ass.
John in Wyoming. Go ahead, John.
Man, I'm sitting here listening to this shit. I just want to drive my car into a fucking pole. That guy, I hope he's crowded up in a closet somewhere just crying his eyes out, drunk off fucking moonshine.
Right.
That is fucking pathetic.
Every
Sorry.
guy's getting the douche chills today. Let's say hi to John in Michigan, I guess. John? Wow.
Well-
What's up with the listeners today? Johnny!
Must be the hurricane.
John.
Tom or John?
What?
Whoever you
Whatever,
are, talk.
whoever you are.
Talk.
Yeah, that dude had to have been a virgin, man. 'Cause he also sounds like one of them dorks from fucking school could never get a girl, and he finally got something, and he's all upset about it.
That's
I don't know,
true,
man.
too.
That could be true.
He's not
yeah.
a bad-looking guy, so she's probably like, he's kind of cute and friendly and, whatever.
Yeah, and then he pours his heart out on that tape. Oof.
You know what I used to do? I would never sing to a girl, but I would walk by her house with my radio playing when a cool part of the song came on. Like she would look out and associate me with the song.
Yeah, man.
Your Peter Gabriel.
You didn't
greatest
really
hits.
do that, right?
Oh, yes, I did. With live Ozzy.
Are you shitting me?
I'm not.
You thought it would associate yourself,
Like with
Costanza, like that? Like they did on Seinfeld?
What's that?
You put the song in the girl's head, and she associates it with you every time she hears it.
Oh, I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Ugh.
I remember an anonymous letter I wrote, but I really wanted her to know who I was.
Anonymous, but not quite anonymous, yeah.
And then I asked her out on the phone.
And
She said no.
She's like, no, I don't think so. She was nice, though. She wasn't twatty.
That's why you listen to this and you can laugh and everything, but what guy, depending on what age you were, didn't have the crush?
Dude, I
that
asked,
you just, you wanted that girl so bad.
I said to her, because she was hot, I said to her, you don't want to go out with me, do you?
Oh,
I looked her up in the phone book, and they like confidence. And and she's like, no, I don't think so. And I was trying to be casual, but I fucked up. I swear to God, I went, yeah, well, that's how the ball crumbles.
You said that's how the ball crumbles? You stunk back then. Oh, mushmouth. I think fans got that call for the next flubs. No?
Bloopers, flubs, and for real teenage humiliations. I am Iron Man. As I walk by the house.
Did you time your steps and the part and everything?
It's just
like, I got to time. If I walk from this sewer cap over here to the door, it should kick in.
Wow.
See?
Wow.
You
I should have had a
bad
nozzle
then.
hanging off me.
You had it bad then.
That's
pretty bad.
The letter I wrote, I did something like, I'm like, if you want to know who I am, wear like such and such a shirt. It was like serial killers in a weird way on Tuesday, like a pink shirt on Tuesday, and she did, or something I told her to signal, and of course she did. I just liked the fact that we had that little communication.
Oh my God. I had no balls or anything growing up. I was the worst with girls when I was really young. Like I'm talking 5th grade, 6th grade. We had this thing where we had to make
no balls.
these.
You were getting laid at 13.
That's when I was older. I'm
you were
talking
meeting fat chicks on a horse.
I'm talking 5th grade and stuff like that. 4th grade.
13. I was still 4 to 5 years away from getting laid.
We had to make these dinoramas. You ever make these in shoe boxes? You put them in a shoe box and you make these little scenes like Civil War and things like that.
The Pilgrims.
Yeah.
Was a popular one.
You put a mirror in there for the lake,
and
then you put the little trees that you make and stuff. So we made those, and other classes were invited to come in, and you sat behind your diorama, and they would look at it. So I had such a crush on this girl. And she was walking through, and I saw her online and everything, and I was going to try to, and I was imagining what I was going to say to her and how it was going to go the whole time she was walking toward me. So she comes up, she's right next to me, ready to look at my diorama, and she finally steps in front of me, and after all this plotting and scheming in my head, I just looked at her. She looked at me, kind of smiled. I said nothing. And she walked away, and all that, what played out in my head was just nothing, and I kicked myself in the ass for years.
Just a little faggot with a diorama.
That was it. I was nothing. I should have just cut a big hole in the back and stuck my cock through it so she could look.
Grab the tall Nordic character.
Here it is. This is a diorama of Loch Ness.
That's right. Go lick the surgeon's photograph. Cockies. Dude, you know what I wrote in the note? And I'm like almost can't say it.
No, what is it?
Oh, no. I was such a notorious Ozzy fan.
It is long. What did you say?
The Bam Jimmy. I want to stand back to back and kiss you belly to belly. I think I wrote, Dear Michelle.
do you spell that?
Yeah, I wonder what his diorama was like. There's a little shoebox with a mirror in it. Well, apparently it was snowing in this town. I wrote something about I forget what it was, but I wrote. I think "Speak of the Devil" was out, like Ozzy's album.
Yeah.
But I think I wrote it in as a hint, like in Spanish or something like that, like the name of the sequel.
Oh no! In your anonymous letter, so she would know it was you because everyone knew you were an Ozzy fan.
But you did it in Spanish.
Or something.
So she would have to do
Apollo Diablo.
Oh my God.
Oh, I should have gotten a restraining order.
I was awful.
Oh, is that horrid?
I used to follow a girl home.
Nice.
Every day. Every
Really?
day, staying about 100 to 200 yards behind her, and then speeding up and getting closer and closer, and then backing off because I didn't have the balls to actually confront her. Day after day, I found out that she would walk home, and it was a good mile from the. This was in high school actually. And,
how long did that go on?
Off and on for.
Present.
Off and on for, I would say, over a month.
Really?
Over a month.
Never said a word to her.
Never said a word.
Yeah, bunch of faggots.
Never said a word. And I
Jimmy
really,
had
at the
balls.
time, I really liked this girl. But I just couldn't, get the balls to actually, walk up to her and even say something like, oh, you're walking, well, what a coincidence, something. I think at the end of it, she knew I was following her.
You know what the thing was? It wasn't so much that you're afraid to ask or afraid of rejection because of
You had it
its
worked
rejection.
up. You had it so worked up in your mind.
I would rather have this hope that it might happen someday than get rejected and know that the fantasy is just wiped out.
Right.
So as long as I don't ask and she doesn't say no, there's always a chance that down the line something's going to happen that will bring us together and we'll hold hands.
I couldn't face being
at the assembly.
You're so right, because at the time I couldn't face being rejected by her.
Right.
So it was like, walking up, I would get closer, and then my heart would just be.
Yep.
I'm like, I would have an anxiety attack, I think.
Yeah.
And then I would back off, like, no, today's not the day.
Nice long piece of duct tape out, the shovel, waiting to clunk her over the head.
Do you understand? I'm 37 and I'm still doing the same thing. I can't ask because I'm afraid they're going to say.
And that ruins it.
Yeah, I want the fantasy.
I mean, this goes way back, but I believe I stopped doing it because I think she was on to me and would start walking a lot faster. And I'm like, you know what? She's now on to this. I got to stop this.
It's him!
I got to stop this.
Zell! It's Opie! The blonde angel!
Yeah. Just trying to scurry.
I know you, you murderer! And the old guy from Tiny Make the Donuts is working behind the counter. I know you, you murderer!
All right, we should take a break.
I have to tinkalope. What do you say we head in there together?
I guess we have to.
Everyone pants around their ankles.
That's right, a bunch of men.
I can't find a bra that will holster my massive hooter.
I'm very proud of my big toe.
Thank God for Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony show.
I mean, you're a celebrity, Norty.
Oh, whatever.
Vinny, over there. We're back with the Opie and Anthony program. In studio, Patrice O'Neill.
Good morning.
A very, 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 very funny guy.
Good morning.
Who's playing the Stress Factory all this weekend.
Tonight, tomorrow. 732-545 ha-ha. H-A-H-A.
And the owner of the club is in studio, Vinny.
Yes, Vinny Brand, also a comic and a good friend.
Very funny guy in his own right, yes. And he was making fun of Patrice O'Neill, basically saying, Patrice, say something because you're not selling tickets.
Mm-hmm. That's what you get. I can't figure out how to be a celebrity.
Dude, do you know how awful I was? I went on sale at the Borgata. Do you understand that, like, an hour and a half later, there was still 40 tickets left? I'm like, what do I have to do?
You dick. It's a shame. I've been on... Look, if this was the 80s, somebody would know me. Nah, no one would know you.
Not even in the 80s.
Oh, look at that awful haircut Vinny has.
Oh, please. They can't see that on the radio, you fucking
yes,
idiot.
they can. They can feel
They
my
cannot
pain
feel
watching that stupid bowl cut. Frankenstein head. Oh, Vinny. That really is a prank phone call kind of head.
Oh, it's prank call, Mike. Leave me alone in the fucking phone call. Without the phone call, your show sucks.
That's the owner of the club telling the headliner he stinks.
He stinks.
Wow, way to sell the show this week.
Here's the part that bothers me. Patrice is definitely funny. Nobody fucking cares or knows. Whatever he's doing, it doesn't fucking help.
I don't get it. I do not get it. I'm trying to figure it out.
Tomorrow's sold out. We have a Sweet 16 party coming in. 150 people.
Great.
Are you serious?
They'll never come to the
So
club
you can
again.
get sued.
Oh,
Great.
is that the wrong crowd for him?
I'm only kidding. I wouldn't let him come in. I would not let him come in. There's young girls in that party.
Well, there you go.
Patrice is not a nice person.
This is best of both worlds. Vinny's a comic and a club owner. This is beautiful.
Patrice
he has
is-
an inside track on all the hackness.
Patrice has been on a self-destruction mode lately with the clubs, too. I love it. Just chasing people out. Really,
2 weeks ago.
I love it.
2 weeks ago at the comic strip, I'm on the show with him. I swear to God, a girl left the fucking club crying. Not just crying. She was boo-hooing. She was running out. And her boyfriend walking out with no balls whatsoever. You walked how many people that night?
1, 2.
No.
Her.
No. 4.
All right.
There were
Jesus,
6 people
club
in the
owner.
audience.
Go into comic mode when we were at the comedy clubs doing comedy. No comic counts that. Just for that, I'm going to walk the 30 people that's going to show up this weekend.
And it's not a matter of it's not a matter of not being funny. It's just that they are offended and upset. It's not that the jokes aren't good. It's that he's just a cocksucker and nobody likes him.
No, that's true.
The people that stay have a great time.
I told you I was in the hospital. There was a candlelight visual for my death. They was praying for my death outside.
Oh, believe me,
those
as soon as he woke up, people were like, "Fuck."
Fat motherfucker prayer ain't shit.
You know how many comedy show comics are going, come on.
Taking bets on my death.
No, not me. I'm just paying
Why
you.
do you and your friends hate me so much, Vinny?
I don't hate you as much as you think, but I am paying you with a check this weekend in case you drop on Monday.
And you know what's making me mad? This mother, he tried that out on me.
Really?
You tried material out on me, and then act like you never said it?
There's two fucking things I want. Number one, if you drop on Monday, that wouldn't be terrible, and I'd like that little recorder, that little fucking Sony recorder. I'd like that to be mine.
And the funny thing is, I heard it last night when I was there. He said
it again?
He certainly did.
You need a baseball bat to the back of your head.
Come prepared.
See, that's a tough crowd reference. Him and his smarmy friends all used to say I never was prepared for tough crowd.
What is Anthony Clark doing outside the studio?
Who is that guy?
I don't know.
It's a little scary.
Well, Patrice was in the hospital.
right.
You're all good now?
Yeah, I mean,
Taking care of yourself?
Yeah.
All right.
No, you're not. You're not. You're going to eat like a fucking pig. You have no control.
No, I'm not.
Wow. You have no fucking control.
I'll tell you how I'm going to live. Not eating that awful food at your goddamn place.
Right or wrong. That's fucking
Why don't you
wrong.
have the guy pick the fries up off the floor again, Vinny? With his fingers. Look at his face trying to laugh, but he's like, come on, dude, don't mess up my fry business. Jackass. 100% pure olive oil. Yeah, you
Let me tell you,
jack.
I'll be feeding you fries and wings and all kinds of fattening shit.
That's
When
right.
I write that check. Have a fucking order to go.
Drink this. What is it? It's just grease. Go ahead. It's fine. It's fucking melted lard with a straw.
Apply that to your heart and go to sleep.
This is just awful. He's just not selling tickets for you, huh, Vinny?
No, well, tomorrow's good. Tonight will be good. He'll sell tickets tonight. Black people don't reserve in advance. They don't fucking plan.
And I'm the only one of 1.5 black people Vinny has in the club.
That's
Me?
not true. I use Wally Collins, too.
That's exactly 1.5. 1.5 black guys a year. Jesus, Vinny.
No, that's not true. I use a lot of black comics.
Okay, don't
Vinny's
get
got
all
a great
like,
club. I like Vinny's club.
And the food's good. Is it not good, Opie?
There's a payphone on the wall. What are you going to do?
Dude,
that fucking phone really rocks you. That really upsets you. You can't follow a
I
goddamn
hate
prank
that
phone call.
stupid. I don't have to. The middle has to, and I feel bad for him.
Vinny MC's at his own club, and he does a prank call before he leaves the stage.
Hello. Yes, Mrs. R. Mrs. R, ma'am. This is Johnny from the... This is the police. How many police are in New Brunswick? Every day he's a cop. I'm a policeman. Speaking of mumbling.
Anthony's
Welcome
back
to
in
the Opie
studio.
and Vinny show. Thank you.
That's Vinny from the Stress Factory.
Vinny Brand.
Hey, how you doing? You didn't recognize me? You all
Look at
doped
Anthony
up?
trying to care. He
Yeah, I
really
know.
wants you out of his seat.
Vinny,
Sit in your own chair.
No,
Vinny, get out of Anthony's seat.
You want me to
Who
move?
told you to sit there?
We did put you out there on purpose.
You want your chair back? I'll fucking move. I have to.
Anthony doesn't know what to do with himself when someone's sitting in his seat.
Look at Anthony and his fresh new gums.
Mary Jane Rotten Teeth.
Oh my God!
You feel better?
That's
Amazing.
Oh man!
How numb are
There's
you?
a picture.
Ooh, that doesn't look
Nice
good.
and white though.
Which one's the bad one? Both?
The second
No,
one down.
Yeah, there's
This one.
That's the bad
this
one?
Yeah. Right down there at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
He's emailing me this.
He missed a nerve. How can he miss a nerve?
Is that did he leave it in on purpose or is that like a mistake? The dentist fucked up.
My old dentist must have been a. This is going to be really fun to talk like this.
He can't feel his bottom jaw. Look at him.
My first dentist was a hack, I guess.
Really?
Oof.
This guy's good.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
How can you tell that this?
Yeah.
thing
Well, I was in pain. I'm not.
You're not right.
I went to him.
He's
He's the best.
Pain's gone. He's great.
How can you tell that this right here is something? So it looks just like a shadow.
He
or
knew.
He knows, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Training.
How numb are you?
He's a doctor.
Your throat?
No, like the whole right side of my bottom jaw up to, the back of the jaw. Not the throat, though.
Man.
Now I got to go for root canal right after the show.
But wasn't that a
Right
root
next
canal?
door.
Oh, you're going to stay in the city and do it here?
Yeah.
The specialist?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a root canal, Anthony? The thing he's saying is a problem was a root canal?
Yeah, but they didn't go far enough down. 12 years ago when they did it.
You know, it's going to really hurt.
Oof.
No.
Yeah, it's going to really hurt.
Now, once the nerve is gone, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
It won't hurt.
It's
I know.
gonna-
I've had those before.
No, it's gonna
Oak.
really
you're
hurt.
You're not scaring me. I've had them before.
You've had them? Gee,
I've had-
Anthony, listen to me.
Yeah.
Crest
I
or
understand.
Listerine, just something. Do something to your mouth. What do you just...
I understand. I've had a couple of root canals.
You know, you joke about piss, but it really does clean you right out.
Does it? Yeah.
Norton doesn't complain.
No.
No cavities ever?
I had one. That's why I'm joking with you because you're in pain. You have to. But, you know, I had mine happen in like, I was out of the country. It's in third world country, and I had one of those.
In Brazil, right?
Yep.
Is that what that was with you? Or?
Oh, yeah, like 3 in the morning. I went to, like, one of those favelas. Those, the City of God, they have them. I went to the City of God and had them.
Little Dice licked his teeth.
Little Dice was digging a hole in my mouth. I went there. It was like 3 in the morning, and I found it. I had to. It was that much pain.
LZ, DTS.
No Novocaine, right? Just
no cocaine.
Yeah,
coke.
Just rub coke on your gum.
Rub coke. And
Go
right
in there.
down to the Monte Carlo.
Archaic instrument.
They distract you. A little poor boy tries to steal your wallet when you go, hey, they just fucking pull your tooth out.
You have to have the doctor fill out a form to ask if he has AIDS.
Oh,
country.
God.
You've only had one cavity in your life?
One, yeah.
Wow.
With genetics, but I got high blood pressure.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
So
didn't take care of anything else.
that's the you know.
In the coffin, your teeth are gonna look great. Look at his teeth; they're fucking beautiful.
Beautiful. His heart's enlarged, but his teeth are fantastic. Look how big his heart is. Patrice always had a big heart.
You missed out. These two have been just going at it.
Yeah.
Because he owns the club, and he's not selling tickets for him this weekend.
Oh my God!
So they're just killing each other.
Oh boy.
Patrice
but
at
here's Vinny.
the Stress Factory
This is Vinny.
weekend.
He tells me, this is April's the worst. April's the worst time of the month. It's just the worst time of the year. That's why I book you and then put pressure on you. Why don't you book famous people, you jackass? Book me in the good months.
I thought you had a shot. You have no shot.
Well, I don't.
No, you don't.
That awful racist community you live in.
Yeah, New Brunswick, known for not liking black people.
They don't.
New Brunswick,
You didn't
Newark,
say-
Camden, they all hate black
They're
people.
known for black people being there, but not for liking them.
Well, Well, maybe those two things go hand in hand.
Oh, my God. Look at Vinny upset about the fries. Vinny, don't worry.
Not upset about the fries.
He has delicious fries in the back.
They're fucking good.
Vinny's.
fries.
I will say, all kidding aside, Vinny's food is good, and if you don't like it going down, believe me, 3 hours later, it's great coming up.
How much of my food has been shit onto your chest? That's what I really
Look, the funniest part of that joke is he thinks I'm a rookie and I wasted on the chest. What am I, an open mic or some shit?
His chest was 2 years ago. Passe.
Shit on the chest is so 98.
Oh, God. Shit on the chest.
Vinny, you should headline your own club this weekend.
I should.
Screw
this weekend.
Patrice.
He does quite often. Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
All right.
Maybe it'll snow tonight. Patrice will get off her.
That is the worst though when you're headline. I was in all the time, except for this last time I did okay in Baltimore, but every other time I've had 30 people there on a Saturday, and you just look at the staff.
What are you talking about?
Like when you're in a club, if it's empty, which the Baltimore Improv for me has been brutal.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Well, are you on in Baltimore? Is the
Now
show?
we are. It's okay.
Yeah,
The
that's
other
why they
times
don't
were.
show up. No, if anywhere that they don't listen to the radio, who knows you, stupid?
That's what I'm saying.
You're about as unknown as me if it wasn't for Opie and Anthony.
That's not true.
You jacket.
He did Spider-Man. We did the
No.
movie Spider-Man.
I mean,
Big role.
I couldn't be as unknown as you. He's 6'8" and invisible.
No one knows me. How did this happen? Actually, I think no one knows me unless I did Opie and Anthony. I'm unknown. In the 80s, I'd be somebody.
It's amazing how.
Why do you keep saying in the 80s?
Because
what did you do in
hacks
the 80s?
I'm saying.
Are you a hack?
The things. This is people in the business talking. I've done 4 movies. I've been on Conan O'Brien about 6 times.
God, you sound like a whiny bitch right now. You sound terrible.
What?
Just start saying funny shit. Maybe people will come see you.
I'm trying to sell tickets to your stupid hat club, Vinny.
Yeah,
have you done 6 Conans?
You sound like you're begging.
About 6.
Who's booking that?
Who's booking Conan?
That's the awful comedian interruption.
Damn
it!
I'm not whining. I'm just saying.
Now, people know you're selling tickets. I'm really busting your balls. It's going to be busy.
I know with your stupid hairdo. Just shut up.
That's
Was that doctor a barber, too, at the same time? Root canal and a trim, you jackass.
I don't. There's nothing wrong with Vinny's haircut. If you're on a stage singing "Putting on the Ritz," there's nothing wrong with that.
You really do have a hat head. You did that.
I can't believe I'm watching a fucking dying black man give him dental advice, and you give me hair advice. Fucking, what is upside down about this fucking world? You have no head to speak of. God almighty.
Before you insult me, can you just pick up a receiver?
It makes no sense. It says unless you pretend you're a cop. Hey, Norton, Leah Balls. Here's 2 free tickets. Y'all ready to laugh?
732-545-4242 for tickets.
Thank you, Jim.
At the Stress Factory.
Yeah, Stress Factory. It's going to be good.
It's going to be very
We
good.
have a very special
sounds
guest this
convincing, Vinny.
No, well, let me tell you something. It's a good show. Big J is also very fucking funny.
Yes, Jay is killed last night. Jay
Yeah.
Ogerson is a very funny dude.
Yeah.
As much as I find him annoying off stage with his awful fat face and smoking habit.
Between Jay and Patrice, this is the fattest show I've ever booked. I'm really scared of the food bill this night.
I can't eat food at your place no more, man. It's a wrap.
You can.
No, you even fry your lettuce. Give me a fried Greek, please. Give me a fried Caesar salad. Vinny dips his Caesar salad in flour.
Ain't right. Ain't right what you're saying about my food. You're cutting below the belt right there.
Sorry. Folks, it's the delicious fried
He takes
Caesar.
pride in his food there, Patrice.
Please.
What'd I miss? We've just been doing this for an hour. We gave up on the show, I think, at 8:30.
Anthony's a trooper.
Another hour of Betty Davis mouth over here. Jesus Christ. I can't feel a thing. I know I'm just going to wrench down on my tongue and have to go to the emergency room.
Did he give you pills, like some pills for today?
Nah, I got to go fill a prescription.
But that'll
prescription.
Will that stay right for you till the end of the show at least?
Yeah, so
Let's ask Anthony.
so they
questions
say.
for the next.
Say so.
What was that thing Mary Poppins said?
Yeah, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Maybe I should come back and sit in that chair because you really can't contribute right now.
I really can't do shit.
Oh, man.
Where's Bonnie?
Where's Bonnie?
That's Bonnie.
My
fiance.
I love her.
That fucking worm Voss. We were doing Albany together, and that phone rang 30 times, and that cocksucker picked it up every time.
He has changed. Voss has changed, man.
We've seen it.
But he changed. You know what? He changed her. If you know her,
yeah,
he changed her too, man.
Really?
She's not. It's not just like Voss is in love. They're both like in this weird love, and I think because they're both degenerates, and this is their first time that they've been loving to another human being, and they're losing.
They're really
their minds.
running with it.
I can't wait till she dumps him. I can't wait.
She's got to wait for some more change. She's got to wait for Voss to make her funny.
He would be heartbroken.
What I can't wait is till they fire him from the show they have together. And keep her.
Yeah.
And she'll have to go, look, I love you, but I have to think of myself, too. It's for us. I'll do it for us.
I tell you, I thought it's lasted a long time so far. I thought it'd be over, but you know.
No.
I'll be there to pick him up. Don't worry, Vossy.
All his friends.
I don't know Bonnie that well, but Voss is in love. He really
Voss
is in
is
love.
really in love. It makes me sick.
Oh,
but he's
awful.
57. he got his credit just cleared up. He bought his first house connected to another house. he bought his first town. I own my townhouse apartment.
Siamese home. Fucking zilch.
Get out of here.
Get something with a yard. You're 80.
Jesus Christ, with your rented home that you disguise as ownership, you idiot.
No, there's wheels on it in case I want to move it.
Anybody want to buy my Rolex? Oh, you jerk off. Oh, he's all happy he just got credit at 57. Just got it. First love and first girl. Voss is out of high school. He's 42 years removed from everything.
He's the only guy that had his children co-sign for his townhouse.
Date of birth of signee 86 1/4/86.
I'm gonna ask Bonnie to wear my pin.
Will you marry me? As he bought her a second-hand wedding ring or
got a good deal.
He makes me sick.
Did you hear his awful proposal story? It was in a Best Western, like near Newark Airport, because they flew it. Oh, it's fucking.
After
Joel Steinberg was more romantic when he was fucking chaining little Lisa to the thing and punching head on the throat.
Did you hear what he said to her? Did you hear? He handed her the box and said. He turned around, walked away, and said, "You can say no if you want to." How fucking sad!
Romantic.
How fucking unbelievably sad! What a low
You think he was the same size kneeling down, asking to marry as he was standing up?
Little fingers putting the ring on.
Oh, the awful hand. She probably jumped twice before she said, "Oh, all right, I do. Just don't touch me no more." All right. Yes.
He has awful claymation hands. They don't bend. They doll fingers. Just leave the ring on the pillow. I'll grab it.
Till Bonnie leaves him. I just can't wait. All curled up in the shower, washing off.
Trying to hold his face with his little Davy and Goliath fingers.
Back to the pipe. Back to gambling. Back to booze.
Oh, I cannot wait till Voss is back.
Put him right over the top.
Sells his house for a hit. Sells that connected to another house mansion.
Hey, Patrice, I think I found out why people don't like you. You're not nice. You're not a fucking nice guy. Like, you don't have a nice thing going on.
One of my favorite tough crowd moments was awful Patrice. Jeff Garland was on the show, and Jeff said some joke that just bombed, and Patrice is like, "You're on a fucking improv show, and that's the funniest thing you can say." And Jeff just broke character. Goes, "What are you gonna fucking bust my balls?"
Oh, I hate that Fred Flintstone head. He really bugs me. Every time I see his smarmy giant head. Oh, makes me want to try to get candy out of it. That fat, hit it with a broomstick. You're gonna curb your enthusiasm, really? Oh, that makes me laugh about as much as a lamp.
I've never seen it. I've never seen
once
the show.
by mistake, I think.
Was it
nothing was
overrated?
working except for HBO.
Is it overrated?
Oh, whatever, man. You know, you can't even talk about certain things in your careers over people. Oh, the Caribbean.
Hey, what's up?
Whatever. That moon head. I like to shove his head right in the toilet like Mickey Rourke.
Did you get to the
Oh,
I
what?
can't even say it.
Oh, the trainable?
No.
Trainable?
Well, we can do that. We have to end the week by getting rid of this. The
Yeah.
trainable audio.
And don't play the ones we've
All right,
heard.
No, we'll
head
go.
hurts.
We got 4 that we haven't played yet. But first, I mean, Patrice O'Neal's going to be playing Vinny's Club this weekend, Stress Factory. What's the number again there, Jimmy?
And I like the way Vinny did this because what happens is you incorporate part of the mood into the phone number, which is which I thought was just a super idea. It's 732-545. Ha ha.
That's like a hospital going. Call us at 1-743. Ow. Ow.
1-800.
That's 1414.
And leave off the last tumor for savings. It's 545-4242, but that comes in a ha ha
ha. It does come
that
in a
is
ha ha.
absolutely
What a
fantastic.
coincidence.
Yeah.
I paid extra for that.
Yeah, and he fought hard for that. We said we got giggle. Do you want that one? No, it's got to be ha
ha. You're fucking stupid. You way too many numbers.
Hey, when Keith Robinson works there, do you have to change to 545-ZZZZ?
Oh man,
that's another black guy I use. By the way, that's 2.5.
2.5 black guys.
They're doing. Oh, this I love this. I'm in the Stress Factory. I stopped by last night. I'm pissing, and I look on the wall. And they have advertisers for shows coming up. And Vinny and Keith Robinson are doing a Father's Day show. What's it called? Father's Day in Black and White.
Father's Day in Black and White. Yeah.
Like one black guy, one white guy. You know, both dads, probably different points of view.
Sure.
And fucking Keith's credits. It says this fucking
Go ahead,
finished idiot.
hammer it, you fucking moron. Hammer it. Next Thursday. I've already sold more seats than you, you cocksucker.
It's a great...
I have a fucking 150 on the book for Thursday.
That's a great show.
Thank you.
But Keith's credits on that fucking wall, I wanted to throw that paper into the urinal. He said he was on Star Search a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago?
They didn't really say a
Yes.
couple?
Yeah. Like Keith is this up and comer. Keith is 46 years old.
It's the new one on PAX. That's what he's talking about.
We still have a headshot that says Pudgeon on it.
Fucking Keith's first sets now are on the Game Show Network. He is fucking an old, finished man.
He really is an old man now.
That credit list is awful. You look at all these impressive credits and then you realize, oh, those are the people he's open for.
I told you, every time Keith's on stage, after he finishes a joke, he reintroduces himself. He's a big MC.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
Anthony, you all right over there?
Oh, yeah.
Look at his, he's just wiggling his tongue around them swollen gums.
It's like stroke face. And the worst part is, I know it's going to wear off. And the pain will come back.
How long do you say it would stay?
2
hours. At least till you get to the other place, right?
You go to the other dentist, right?
Yeah, but that wears off too. I got it.
Yeah, but when there's no nerve, man, if they get the nerve out, you can't feel anything. Yeah. It's not gonna exist. The pain's gonna be gone.
I think the penicillin's got to
kick in.
You get pain medication though from the other place. They'll prescribe something.
Get you on Percocet.
You'll be fine, man.
You're fine.
Tell them to take that nerve out, Anthony. Get it out, and then you'll be out.
Let's go to Mark.
Yep.
Mark, what's up, buddy?
Not much. I'm wondering, Jimmy Norton, when you call a hooker, do you dial 1-800-HO-HO?
I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have minded so much if you didn't call her a hoker, you fucking idiot.
A
hoker. Are you a hoker? I was doing great with you.
Oh, that poor guy was waiting for hours for that.
Oh, he was. I'm going to crack them all up. They're going to love this.
I smell dead people. I farted.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, this is Susie Essman. You're listening to The Worst of Opie and Anthony. How much worse can it get?
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
I haven't heard it said yet. New Orleans is like a bowl.
In case you didn't
Enough
hear that.
with the bowl.
Wasn't there some kind of a levee, like some guy drove a Chevy to it and it was dry?
Yeah. Some good old boys down there drinking something. I don't
My
know.
hat blew off, and then he came in my eye. Fucking dumb song. Dude, it means Elvis. Yeah, does it?
We should do wacky radio today and just play songs with the
Buddy
word
Holly.
levy, with the word levy in it. Did he fuck that up?
Because it means Elvis. Elvis.
Whatever it means. I don't even. That shows you what I know. And the Martian band refused. Did they stop marching? 8-minute song. We get it.
When that song comes on, I cannot change it quickly enough.
It's like long.
Get it? Yeah. A long.
They took the last train from. Really?
And then, like 10 minutes later, you think you're safe. You go back. Bye, bye, Mrs. Shut Up.
I understand Steve is panicking because he heard down in New Orleans that the honey jars had been blown off the shelves.
The fire ants have stolen his shirts.
I can still
here it goes.
remember how that music used to make me smile.
And I'll tell you all about it in real time right
I
now.
knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe
I'd
they'd
see that
be
gift in
happy
Ben's pants.
The song's longer than the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Every paper I deliver, bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step.
Okay, so the paper got delivered and it was bad news. I got that.
can't remember if I cried
Okay.
when I read about his widowed bride.
Whose widowed bride?
Something touched me deep inside.
Catholic.
The day
Man.
the music died.
And here we go.
Whose widowed bride?
Buddy Holly.
Frankenstein.
Oh.
Bye bye, Miss
Yeah.
American.
Who's she?
I drove
I don't know.
my Chevy to
They went to the
the
levee.
but the levee was
Why was it dry?
And
Good old boys.
were drinking whiskey and rye.
Because they cried so much, there were no more tears left, I think.
Oh, why were the good old boys drinking?
Why are they drinking saying that if the levee's dry?
Exactly.
No threat.
Why would he take a Chevy to it? This guy's a real cock. Should take his Chevy into a ditch. With drunk driving, fucking rap.
All right.
All right, we get it.
Right.
We get it. It's a big day.
Yeah, we know. It stunk.
When takes the nothing?
Why don't you write a song called Fly Commercial, you chintzy jizzbags?
Presumptuous ass that someone would want to sit through a song this long.
What?
Rockin' Buck. 6 minutes left. And you'll hear every minute here on the Opie and Anthony Show.
That's right.
Better than playing commercials.
Goodbye, goodbye, Mr. American Pie.
I started singing
Bye, everybody. Why? Stop it.
Okay, terrific.
Stop it.
And Ben came in and said, no, it's something, Boston did something. What?
Kevin in Jersey, go ahead.
What's up? Hey, I got a funny little anecdote, guys.
Yeah.
It is actually JFK's widowed bride.
Yeah.
I actually, that's the first thing I thought of was we thinking about Jackie Onassis or Jackie Kennedy.
When the jester sang.
What?
My first thought was
Who's
Jackie
the jester?
Kennedy. I don't know.
King and Queen.
I don't know.
James Dean.
I know there's a whole website that explains every
by a bunch of-
single line of the
And
goddamn song.
if one more person sends me the hidden meanings to The Shining, it's fucking wrong.
Of course it is.
Nonsense. Stop looking for shit. Kubrick was a genius, but he didn't go that deep.
Are we done with this song? Does it get
No,
any-
I want to hear more, Opie.
No. What does that mean?
I think it's about the Kennedy assassination. Well, I want to hear more of that song. What happened to
Let's
it?
say hi to Kenny in South Carolina. Kenny.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Kenny's the comedian around here.
What's up, Kenny?
I was going to tell you, you're missing the obvious Levy song.
Oh, yeah?
When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin.
Well, I was thinking we could just play Levy songs all day.
Or clips
Nolans.
of Bob Levy. He's funny.
All right, punching out, guys.
That one?
When the levee breaks, right?
I die. This'll be the day that I die. Helter skelter in the summer swelter, the birds flew off with a fallout.
Oh, that's the Manson thing, right?
Yeah.
I see.
Maybe the music died when JFK was shot because everything changed, and maybe he's going through other things that happened. Because there was a marching band that kind of wouldn't yield.
He's got to fill 8 minutes, so.
Is he talking about the 60s?
I'm thinking he did.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't the marching band stop?
It's all about the music of the time.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is, and how rock and roll changed after Buddy Holly's plane crashed.
Yeah, it got better.
Of course it did.
I like Buddy Holly, but come on.
You
The
do?
Big Bopper, who gave a shit about it? Bob.
Hello, baby.
Yeah. A Chantilly lace. Shut up.
We're too low, baby. Shouldn't fly in the snow, baby.
A Chantilly lace. Fuselage in my face. Shut your big bopping face, stupid. Have a seat cushion in the mouth.
Hello, baby. Yeah, this is the Big Bopper speaking.
Will I what?
You're not clear for landing. Could you shut that guy up and listen to the air traffic controller?
And a ponytail.
We're plummeting down.
Mike in Oklahoma.
Hello?
Hey, Mike.
Yes. Why is this funny that people are going to die in New Orleans?
We're making fun of the. First of all,
goddamn, how are we supposed to do a show when the goddamn death dedication, people dying?
We're making fun of the news coverage and the panic of the news coverage.
And the reality is, we don't know them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you don't know.
Dude, how do you not get,
people
dude?
Dying.
How do you,
Mike? People die every single day.
Yes.
Yes, people die every single day.
And I bet a lot of people you hang out with die more often than that, judging by your voice. Go visit a friend with a poodle recently, have you?
Yes, that's hilarious.
Oklahoma, huh? How's it going in Oklahoma today?
It was fine until you start making fun.
We're making fun of what? What did we say specifically? Hold on. What did we say specifically about either people dying or the hurricane that offended you and thought we were making fun of people dying?
I don't know, maybe like the whole last 45 minutes of your show?
What? No, specifically. What was the thing we said?
What was the thing? You're playing when the levee breaks and it's...
No, we played Bye Bye Miss American Pie, and we talked about how much the song stinks.
And the news coverage and how they try to panic you, and MSNBC was the only one doing it accurately and actually reporting what was going on.
No, they're not panicking anybody.
Yes, they are.
Yes, I think these
They've
news
hyped
networks
this
are
like a movie.
Yeah, they're doing a disservice to the rest of the country. Putting the fear in all of us.
Absolutely, and I don't mean I'm not like.
And that's what we're pointing out.
Yes,
they basically said last night on TV that New Orleans would be no more.
It wouldn't exist after today.
So I understand that you and your faggot voice, you kind of you hear this.
Man, excuse me?
You kind of have like a little bit of a faggot voice, and I understand that you hear this. And you shoot for the pink team, don't you?
Excuse me, Mr. Monster Rain.
Exactly.
Me and my faggot voice, okay.
Boy, you listen to this show a lot, don't
Wow.
you? Good boy.
Yeah.
Notice you picked the one thing that really turned him on.
I've never had dick in my mouth. How about you, Norton?
Well, you probably took it right in your keister, didn't you, little fella? Why waste time in the mouth when you can be in there pushing stool? The mouth is a waste of time, you silly goose. Shove it in my ass so I can go ooh, ah.
You are laughing at people dying.
No, I'm laughing at your faggoty voice. You do have a faggot voice, and I don't mean any disrespect by that, but you have to admit, people have questioned your sexuality by your voice.
Yeah.
How many times has that happened?
Many times.
Yeah.
So why when I say that do you get defensive?
But I'm a
and mad?
faggot. I'm a faggot, and I'm proud.
And you've never had a dick in your mouth? You just lied.
No, I've never had dick in my mouth.
What kind of faggot doesn't have dick in his mouth?
A good faggot.
See?
No. It's a bad faggot.
You're not a good faggot.
A good faggot has a dick in his mouth.
Matter of fact, a good faggot has one in each hand and one on the chin.
A good faggot puts his dick in a mouth.
No.
No, sir. You never reciprocated once in your life?
selfish
What's
little
your, yeah,
greedy
exactly.
man.
It's all about you.
It is, and I like it like that.
All right,
Oh, well, this
Mike.
call turned hot quickly.
No,
Mike,
you know what? Now it's about faggot.
Oh, you like that, don't you, faggot?
Do you want to kiss me on the mouth?
Yes. I'm gonna stick my hard cock in your mouth. You want to feel it?
Hello,
You want to feel it?
fuckface. Mr. Fuckface.
Stop calling me that.
All right,
Do you want to kiss me?
Mike,
I
thanks.
kiss you on the mouth.
Wait, Mike was getting us some juicy stuff there, Ope.
He's still there, Mike.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm still here, and you still haven't properly defended yourself about laughing about people dying.
Yes, we did.
We did, and the bottom line
There's
is...
going to be crocodiles and alligators roaming around the streets, biting people.
All right, we got you now.
All right, thank you, Mike. Is the song still going on, you think?
Oh, the marching band refused to yield.
Hey, how come you guys are making fun of people who sang Chantilly Lace? Get up.
The marching band was that important?
He missed the whole point about that. We were talking about MSNBC doing a good job in their coverage. Did you hear what they were saying? We hear that there are some problems with the Superdome. Everybody's okay. Nothing to panic about. No big deal. MSNBC was doing it right. Fox and CNN are like, the whole world's coming down. Fire ants and corpses and everything's going to crap.
Fox
And did you notice, by the way, in the Big Bopper song, Chantilly Lace, bring me, Ramon, bring me some Chantilly Lace.
Oh, Ramon, you know what I like.
Good times. You guys want some other news other than the hurricane?
All right.
But
Give it a
February
shot.
made me shiver. Buddy Holly died on February 3rd, 1959, in a plane crash in Iowa during a
Right.
snowstorm. The news came to most of the world on the morning of February 3rd, which is why it's known as the day the music died.
I never have come across a February 3rd.
With every
And I
paper
thought that.
I'd deliver, Don McLean's only job besides being a full-time songwriter was being a
Caddy
paper
at the
boy.
Crescent Club? No?
Yeah.
Air traffic control. What'd the little lad do?
Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die, this'll be the day that I die. Well, one of Holly's hits was That'll Be the Day.
Oh, okay.
The chorus contains the line, That'll be the day that I die.
When you say goodbye, that'll be the day.
By the way, dude, you missed this right here.
Oh.
You have to, there's a line up here because where the hell is it? It's a line here about see, this I didn't see. Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried, and there was an explanation.
Yeah.
When I read about his widowed bride, see, Holly's recent bride, Maria Elena, oh, this is terrible, was pregnant when the crash took place, and she miscarried shortly after.
Well, I know you're in love with him because I saw you dancing in the gym. Slow dancing could just be dancing, or it could be vertical making out. It wasn't hard to watch a couple slow dancing and figure out whether they had some sort of relationship if you knew anything about slow dancing.
God.
You guys want to know any more?
No.
Yes, this is great. Where
All
are
this
you?
because there's a levee in New Orleans?
But that's not how it used to be when the Jesters sang for the King and Queen. We asked about that one. Well, the Jester is Bob. The Jester is Bob Dylan.
What?
As
Why?
will become clear later. There are several interpretations of King and Queen. Some think that Elvis Presley is the king, which seems pretty obvious. The Queen is said to be either Connie Francis or Little Richard.
If he's singing about Connie Francis, I'll put a bullet in his face. If he's actually put Connie Francis in a rock song.
An alternate interpretation is that this refers to the Kennedys, the King and Queen of Camelot, who were present at a Washington, D.C. civil rights rally featuring Martin Luther King.
Troublemakers.
You almost tripped up his name there.
I know.
What?
Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown.
Mm-hmm.
This could be a reference to Elvis's decline and Dylan's ascendance. The thorny crown might be a reference to the price of fame. Dylan has said that he wanted to be as famous as Elvis, one of his early idols.
How about this? Somebody says to Don McLean, "Hey, faggot, what's that song about?"
Oh, it's a whole thing.
Pumps failing In New Orleans, pumps are failing. Just came up on Fox News. Structural damage throughout New Orleans.
Oh, my God, there's another one. Due to the high winds, comb sales are up 2,000%.
Let's hear the song. Oh, God, stop.
All right, wait, I gotta look up that one. What was that one again, Ant?
Breaking Satan's spell.
Satan's
Something
spell.
about Satan's spell.
Satan's spell.
Talking about
Fallout
Ozzy.
shelter. Yield. Well, that's too long of an explanation. Friends, okay, and as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage.
Rich Voss?
No.
Oh.
Angel
Tiny
born in
hands.
hell could break that Satan's spell. While playing a concert at the Altamont Speedway in 1968, the Stones appointed members of the Hells Angels to work security.
Stop.
On the advice of the Grateful Dead. In the darkness near the front of the stage, a young man named Meredith Hunter was beaten and stabbed to death by the Angels. Public outcry that the song Sympathy for the Devil had somehow incited the violence caused the Stones to drop the song from their show for the next 6 years. This incident is chronicled in the documentary film Gimme Shelter. Goes on and on. All right.
It's the worst of Opie and Anthony.
Time just stinks. No one beats time. Doesn't matter who you are and what you do. Time blows and wins in the end.
Which workbook?
We're going to the New York Post, page 23. CBGB's is closing, Anthony.
Care.
They're making a big deal about it here in New York because a lot of bands, of course, got their start at CBGB's.
Not that big a deal, though.
Doesn't matter what city you walk around in, that cool hip guy has to have his CBGB shirt on. We get it. We get it. You're a rebel.
What a guy. You're a rebel. If it's 1977.
We should really start talking about the stupid T-shirts out there. One of them is the CBGB shirts you see everywhere.
Yeah.
The other shirt you see everywhere is that dumb Black Dog.
Which one? Black Dog?
Yeah, Black Dog. It's a T-shirt company in Nantucket or Martha's Vineyard. It's the Black Dog. Someone help me here. I'm the only one who's seen the Black Dog T-shirt.
I don't know that one.
Martha's Vineyard. Thank you, Than.
Hi.
You haven't seen the Black Dog T-shirts? They're everywhere, too.
Well, I was only at the Vineyard a month ago, so I don't...
No, it's not just a vineyard thing. I guarantee we can walk around New York within a half hour. We'll see a Black Dog T-shirt.
Oh, T-shirt.
Yes.
The ones I hate the most are those fucking Che Guevara shirts, or Guerrero, whatever his name was. Enough already.
Yeah, you don't like that?
Fucking right already with them. Everyone has one. We know. He was this, he was a right. I hate them. I don't know, Sabbath shirts.
And, of course, fat girls wearing this sexy shirts with cute little sayings.
Juicy.
Well, Juicy comes to mind, but now they're just a million of them.
Yeah.
Hot stuff. Really?
Sex kitten.
Sex kitten.
Every fat girl should wear a shirt, and it should be white in the front and black on the back, and it should have a blowhole in it. That's what every fat girl should be forced to wear. Just walk around in flip-flops, dressed like a killer whale. We throw fish at your fat face.
That would prove you have a sense of humor. All right, moving on to other things.
Who hung up on you?
Well, we were talking about T-shirts, and a guy was going to make a comment that a T-shirt he's sick of is black people wearing the Scarface T-shirt.
Yeah.
That is a very popular one.
That's a biggie.
That's very, very popular these days. So he had a great observation, but I guess he couldn't wait any longer.
Those Von Dutch shirts make me want to bury an axe in someone's forehead, too.
Yeah, like they're like trucker hats, but they're pink and
Von
lime
Dutch.
green with Von Dutch on them, and they're like $100 a piece or something ridiculous.
And the shirt, and Bob Kelly has a couple of them. A stupid, you're not stylish.
Oh, no.
Not his big, awful body. It's Von Dutch.
One word per side. Let's say hi to Jim in Tennessee.
Hey.
What's up, Jim?
Not too much. What about the guys who go around wearing the independent T-shirts?
I never saw that.
Independent.
Yeah, help us out.
It's kind of it's just one word on a T-shirt, just says independent.
Really? I didn't see
No.
that one.
Sorry.
I will say.
Anthony.
I'm just I'm sick of just shirts with sayings in general. I saw one the other day. I'm a talent coordinator. Ugh.
What's that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Kev's wearing an Echo Unlimited shirt, which I've never seen before, but I'm tired of Echo Unlimited as a brand. I'm tired of Sean John.
Yeah.
All that shit. Enough already. Put on a Kiss t-shirt. Be a man already.
John in Jersey, what's up?
Yo, what up, boys?
Hey.
Yeah, I just bought a T-shirt the other day. It's the funniest thing. It says 124 out of 125 teenagers say Viva Aruba. Think about it for a second.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
That is funny.
Norton, suck this dick.
That is pretty funny, actually.
I liked your shirt. Why'd you have to make a hurtful comment?
Yeah, let's go to Chris. Chris.
Yeah.
You can explain the independent shirts. Go.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's a skateboard company, Independent Trucks.
But you should have known that.
And everybody just started wearing them to be posers, so.
You're at the skateboard shack.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's it.
Let's say hi to Matt in Boston. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, guys, I hate that Vote for Pedro shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like people see it on each other and they can relate. That was they're losers and they hate this loser freaking movie.
See, the first time I saw a Vote for Pedro shirt, it made me laugh because I liked Napoleon Dynamite, but you're right. Now it's everywhere.
Hey, Jimmy, happy birthday.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Opie.
Bill in Boston, what's up?
Yeah, hey, how about those Hard Rock Cafe T-shirts?
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, terrible. Hey, stay out of room 237.
It's kind of cute, though, when it says Hard Rock Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You aren't there. Shut up.
I like to know where they're from, though.
Shut up.
Oh,
Hard
who
Rock
doesn't?
Vegas.
Shut up.
Shit up. I was the worst with T-shirts years ago. I'd get the T-shirts that would get like dated in 2 seconds. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was the one with the Ren and Stimpy shirt.
No, really?
And then, you know, a little while later you put it on, you're like, no one's even watching Ren and Stimpy anymore. The little stupid, like, sayings.
Where's the beef?
Oh, send Rambo to Lebanon.
You did not.
I think I might have had that one.
You did not have that.
Oh,
What a
just
tool.
the worst tool.
Send Rambo to
What an ass. Send Rambo
can't
to
even look at
Lebanon.
him.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Man, I can't even look.
How horrid
I'm
is
doing
that?
the rest of the show looking this way.
I'm sure that won't be a Photoshop.
Send Rambo to Lebanon.
Send Rambo to Lebanon.
Holy
Rambo is hot. Lebanon was hot.
Holy shit.
And a month
Put 'em
later,
together.
you're an idiot.
Conglomerated Mongol shirt.
Well, we started a little something here. Let's go to Joe in Connecticut. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I'm sick of iron crosses on shirts. I'm a biker myself, but I'm sick of it. Everybody's,
Oh, West Coast Chopper and...
yeah, not just West Coast Chopper, but all bike companies are, using it now. It's a little overplayed.
Yeah, the Iron Cross. Go with the swastika, I say.
That's what I'm talking
Let's
about.
pop
You know,
that
you
on
want-
a T-shirt.
You're politically correct. Use the right thing.
You want to get attention. Why are you putting things on your T-shirt? To get attention. So people look and go, oh, you get some kind of
Harley's
reaction.
always wearing Harley shirts, too.
Put the old twisted cross on there.
I have a
Hey,
really...
Jim, you coming to Connecticut?
Nah, sir, not for a while. I have a really cool shirt, actually. It says, co-ed naked volleyball.
Oh, is that a scream?
Oh, the co-ed naked shirts. I forgot about those.
They're fucking terrible.
And they have one for every sport.
And every one of them is fucking terrible. You know what would be cool
funny.
if it had a picture of Jean Benet and it said co-ed naked murdering.
Can you just repeat after me? Say terrible 2 more times,
No.
please.
Terrible.
No, say terrible.
Terrible!
Say it the right way.
Terrible!
Say it the right way.
It's the terriblest!
Why can't you ever play along?
Terrible!
Because I know Henchman will do a little thing with the word terrible now, like you did with phenomenal.
All right. I'll do it. Terrible, terrible!
There you go. Thank you. All right, how about this shirt? Let's say hi to Chris in Philly. Go ahead, Chris. Chris?
Hey, I was in the mall the other day. I saw one of those trendy goops wearing sex ed honor student T-shirt.
Oh, that's great.
He's getting
And also,
his sexual
what about
education.
The No Fear T-shirts. Those are another old one.
Dude, when I see those on, like, those fucking annoying trucks down the shore with that little, like, the guy that looks like the Hawaiian Punch guy hair on that No Fear, I want a drunken truck driver just to smash into them.
Or the other guy, the little cartoon guy, pissing on the Ford emblem. Yeah, Calvin pissing on Ford. Yeah, I'm a Chevy guy.
No Fear should, after the drunk driving accident, it should be no movement below the neck.
All right, Jesus, don't encourage him, angry little fella. Go ahead, angry little fella.
Oh, what's up, boys? You know what grinds my gears is when I see people wearing a Misfit shirt with the logo and they have no concept of the band or who they are.
Absolutely
or
right.
whether they own an album or not.
Very good.
Thanks for help.
I hate when girls wear shirts that say porn star.
Yeah.
Because you're cock teasers, you're not porn stars.
Yeah.
They got all these 14 years old, too.
Exactly.
Provocative T-shirts, and they don't want you to comment on them.
Yeah, Hot Topic shirts. Let's say hi to John in New York.
Good morning, Bubba Boys.
Hi.
I saw a T-shirt on Sunday. Guy was walking. The T-shirt said, "Don't piss me off. I'm running out of places to bury the bodies."
I would just laugh for hours.
And by the way, my wife wears one of those juicy shirts that says "Hot Bottoms."
Hot bottoms?
Yeah.
And how hot is her bottom, sir?
She's pretty good. She's
All
about
right.
115, about 5'7".
All right. There you go. She's a hot bottom.
You know what shirt I really like? I like, I saw a pregnant woman with a shirt, and right over the stomach it said, "This is a fine place for a foot."
All right, Roger in Mississippi. Go ahead,
Who
Roger.
doesn't still laugh when you see
Hey, this-
I'm with stupid and the arrow
Every
and
time.
you're next to the guy? I come on now. That's hysterical.
But the best one I've got, this one, I actually have one black one and one white one. It says FBI female body inspector.
Oh, see, now that's funny.
Let's say hi to Anthony in Jersey. Anthony.
What's going on, guys?
Hi.
How about... I'm doing Jimmy's bit here. I'm not as pink as you drunk I am.
That's a great one.
That's a good one.
I'll talk to you guys. Punching out.
What is that other one about sex being bad for your vision? And all the letters are blurry that say it, and you look and go, whoa, I can't see. Oh, I get it.
I have a cool one with just John Lennon wearing a New York City shirt.
That's great. That's a tribute.
Todd in North Carolina.
Hey, what do you say to that, guys? Happy
Hi.
birthday there, Fluffy Bottom.
Oh.
Hey, I was wondering if you guys been to T-shirt Hell or RottenCotton.com and seen, I've got to see the airplanes and seen that one says, my Mexican works for less money than your Mexican.
Ah, great.
Horrible shit.
All right, sir.
They're punching out.
Thank you.
Please.
Let's say hi to Ryder in Virginia. Ryder?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
What's going on?
What's up?
I got a shirt for you.
All right.
All right. Says now hiring, apply below.
Now hiring.
apply
It's got an arrow pointing down.
Gotcha.
Of course it does.
Very good.
It's the dick joke.
All right, let's say hi to Jeremy. Jeremy?
Where's
Yeah,
Jimmy's money, you faggot? Oh. I got confused.
I forgot to send it in. I was compartmentalizing and trying to shame Mother.
All right, sir. What?
Jeremy, go.
Hey, I wanted to say something to old Jimmy Norton there. That Shamu comment, man. You bill yourself as kind of the
Shamu?
pervert. You're into. Yeah, you guys were talking about T-shirts. You were saying the fat chicks should have the white on the front, the black, the blowhole on the back.
It wasn't Shamu.
Oh, orca or
Orca, yeah.
whale in general.
Right.
Oh, come on, dude. That was just funny.
So what's the point?
Well, the point is that you kind of bill yourself as the pervert's pervert. You know, you're into trannies and all this other fun crap.
I'm not at the tranny, sir. You can't believe it.
That are, huh?
Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
There's a lot of us out there that are kind of into the big women. Now, I'm not talking, Java huge. I'm not talking, pick a roll and fuck it, but...
Chubby Chase.
Hey, when Jimmy said that comment about a shirt he wants to see, were you in your car with your wife, and now you feel like you have to call in and defend her?
No. My wife, I'm a trucker, man. My wife's back in Missouri. She doesn't have an XM. She doesn't hear this shit. It's not like I'm like, oh, hey, honey.
How much your wife weigh, my friend?
How much does she weigh?
What does she tip the scales at? And by that I mean the scales you have to pull your truck on the highway.
What does your wife weigh, sir? Honestly.
Honestly, maybe 215.
Okay, so basically, I mean, I was just making a little bit of a weight joke, but you got kind of mad because there's a fat pig at home.
Oh, now see.
You've always been into the fatties?
Well, I like big chicks. I like big ass. It's just.
Sure. How tall is she?
There's more there. Like I said,
3'2".
You're looking at it going, which ones are the tits? Because those are the ones with the nipples on it. That's just nasty.
Now, dude, how tall is the slob?
Oh God, she's about 5'7".
Okay, that's 5'5", and she's 230.
And how much did she weigh when you married the young lady?
She hasn't gained that much. She gained about maybe 30 pounds.
That's a lot, bro.
So she's gained a little bit more, but she lost a bunch, though.
How big did she actually get?
How big she actually gets?
Yeah, like you said, she lost a bunch. When you've lost a bunch and you're down to 215, you were at one point almost killable.
She was just under 200 when I married her.
All right.
What did you like about her when you first saw her?
She got up to maybe 245.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 250 right in there.
Yeah. What did you like about her when you first met her?
She was smart, had a real pretty face. To be brutally honest, she had a great set of tits.
Wait, so you said she was when she was brutally honest, did every time she take a bite, did she go away, bad childhood, go away, bad childhood?
No. I'm supposed to be the pissed off one here, and I'm laughing. No, really, she did not get big until she married her first husband. It was she couldn't get out of it. It was an abusive relationship.
What would he do? Put donuts on his fist and punch her in the mouth?
It was abusive. But it was kind of a psychological thing, She felt if she made herself big, that she'd be undesirable to him, and he'd leave her.
Oh, that's the strategy. She gets fat, the husband goes, I'm leaving.
But
yeah,
she ended up leaving him anyway. It was, it didn't work. But the big deal is, Jim's a freak as far as all the different fun things he's into. There's somebody out there for him. There's somebody that's going to say, my God, you're perfect, because of all the fun things you're into. I looked at my wife and said, damn, I got to have it.
Really?
Did you date a lot growing up?
What's that?
Did you date a lot of girls growing up? Are you a big fella yourself?
I'm a truck driver. I've got the standard trucker gut anymore, a little bit.
Right.
But I dated quite. I wouldn't say Don wanted, but I dated a few going out.
How old were you when you got married, sir? Sir, how old were you?
21.
Oh, 21. Wow, you were young.
Yep.
Yeah. I see a lot of problems.
Yeah, this is brutal.
This is troubled.
Did you knock her up or something?
No. In fact,
Did you think she was already knocked up?
Sons to begin with.
What?
She came with twin 5-year-old sons to begin with.
Yeah.
So you got an instant family at 21 years old?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She was 195 with 2 kids. How many guys did you have to fight off?
There was a little bit of competition there, but
was there a bunch of was there a big hanging bunt with stretch marks on it?
No, man, that would be in the Java category for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, 195 is a big gal. I mean, not to tease her, but that's a hefty gal. That's a big girl.
You're just into the bigger girls. I mean, there's plenty of you out there. It's
chubby
fine.
chasers.
Dude, absolutely. Look, we all love our mommies, and none of us want mommy to leave. And a lot of times, we find somebody who won't leave us. That's very understandable.
Right. With a matronly figure.
My mom was a real little gal.
No, it's not about the figure, sir. It's about the idea of a mommy. It's about not wanting to be left or abandoned or left alone. So you get somebody who will depend on us and not leave us. You know, being a big fatso with 2 kids. I mean, no disrespect. I'm not speaking ill of your wife. I'm sure she's lovely.
She sure isn't going anywhere, though.
Absolutely not, especially if there's stairs involved.
Did you have what kind of childhood did you have?
Me?
Yeah.
Incredibly happy. In fact, my wife and in-laws refer to my folks as the Cleavers.
Really?
Boy, that's got to be a lot of fun.
What do they call her, Mr. Ed?
All right, sir.
Oh, wonderful.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy.
All right.
Are we done with Jeremy?
Yeah, he was all right.
All right.
Oh, I wanted to know if it was the Cleavers or the friend on the show, Lumpy.
Brian from Austin. Brian?
Where did you meet Miss Arbuckle? To kick him and his fat wife right down the steps. Good karate kick to the spine. Take that with some hot soup in your hand.
Opie Anthony Dance Party Weekend.
Wait. Nah.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Comedy gone too far.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
Let's say hi to Charles Ross, one-man Star Wars show.
How's it going?
Mister.
Hey.
One-man show.
Yeah, based on Star Wars.
Based on Star Wars.
It is Star Wars, essentially.
It's Star Wars.
That's
the
all it is.
definitive Star Wars.
I wouldn't say definitive. I would
No.
say sort of the bastardization of it.
Bastardization. Where do you do this?
Well, here I'm doing it in New York at the Lambs Theater, which is 130 West 44th. It's kind of weird, man. Like, this is a comedy sketch that went really, really wrong.
Isn't it like Broadway over there?
Yeah, it is.
Like-
Well, it's considered off-Broadway.
Off-Broadway.
And I'm definitely the most off thing on Broadway. There's no...
So you're playing this as an off-Broadway show you're doing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got my licensing agreement and stuff like that, so I mean, I don't feel too bad about it.
Can you do it for us?
The whole thing, or just a piece of
The
it?
whole thing.
Well, how long is it?
That's an hour.
Well, we got about an hour left in the
An
show.
hour
All right, you guys ready?
Can you cut it to
Radio
54?
version. I could do it, but I'd sweat all over the place and be positively disgusted.
What exactly is the theme of the show? Like,
Well, okay, imagine you just take, Star Wars and take all the tech out of it. So it's just me doing like all the voices, all the like the music and stuff. It's kind of a dumb idea, and it kind of is dumb for the first 5 minutes, but I think people kind of dig it because people know Star Wars pretty well.
You get a lot of geeks in the
Oh
end?
man, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a high geek sort of
Geek
concentration.
count. Do you use props?
No.
It's just you
Just me.
and your voice.
Yeah, it's a really stupid idea. But I thought it was
I
a dumb
will
idea.
not
Way to
argue
sell
with
it.
you.
Way to get people to buy tickets.
Do you have music that plays?
No.
It's,
No, it's
just
just me.
you. Do you use a microphone or do you yell?
Yeah, I do use a microphone. I mean,
All right, you and a mic.
Yeah, well, I've played it for like.
What do you wear?
3,500 people. Just
underneath.
Underneath, I wear a kilt. Yeah.
You wear you just regular clothes or is it?
No, it's like a person that would work on an airplane, like a flight suit type thing.
Oh.
Just something really
okay.
boring, but it's black. It's supposed to be really neutral, and yeah. Once again, I never thought this idea would work, but that was about 3 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since.
And who came up to you and said this can be off Broadway?
Nobody. It was actually I met this guy when I was touring it on this thing, the Fringe tour, which, I mean, there's American cities that do the Fringe, and there's Canadian cities. I'm from Canada. And
now it makes perfect sense.
Now it makes perfect sense.
Now,
There
I
you
was thinking, like, wait, this is a little odd. Canadian.
There was something in the water. Yeah.
Right.
So do you feel like you've seen the new ones, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some of the old ones. My friend watched the new ones.
Yeah.
And he thinks that a lot of the technology and stuff is kind of surpassed a lot of what Lucas originally in kind of like intended to be, like his whole thing.
Like the space sort of cowboy western thing? Well, I don't know, man. I think the new things are made for new kids. Like, they're just made to... they sell toys. They get the kids to come out. They're sort of the helium-infused weird little character. I don't know. They're not up my alley. But when I was a kid and watched the old Star Wars films,
so you were a big fan.
Oh, when I was a kid,
Who
yeah,
wasn't,
absolutely.
though, right?
What was your favorite part of the original?
The original?
Yeah.
Oh man, there was too many parts. Actually, I really liked the evil guy, the Emperor. I mean, I thought he was sort of like.
Oh really?
Well, he's like
not
the perfect.
many people pick that.
Really?
That guy.
I thought he was just like the perfect sarcastic bastard, and he was
like
perfect.
Usually Vader or
Yeah, I don't know. He was cool, but you know, it's kind of hard to believe that you know, a guy with a voice that cool could have given or been sort of the seed of Luke, you know, the little whiny blonde guy.
He's whined through the entire movie.
But if you watch the old film or the new films now, you can see how much the Canadian guy who plays Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, he's a whiny bastard too.
Mm-hmm.
What? Now, obviously, you were a big fan because you must have done the impressions.
Yeah.
Do you do the good impressions of this?
I wouldn't say they're all good impressions, but some of them are good impressions.
Some of them are good.
Some of them aren't so good, like Yoda sucks. But whereas Admiral Akbar, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the fish-eyed guy.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a pretty good version of that, which is kind of cool because today I got an audition for a Star Wars video game.
Oh, wow, look at
only
that.
through being in New York could you possibly get an audition to do like a Star Wars video game where they actually need an Admiral Akbar.
And what about some of the sound effects? Obviously, the lightsaber would be
like
a big one.
I mean, it sounds really dumb.
Absolutely.
No, it sounds kind of cool.
The point is that you get into the context of the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, how's it going to work? Is it going to work or not going to work? And I mean, I can give you guys like a 2-minute bit from the show if you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I'd love to hear it.
Okay, this here is the trash compactor scene from the first film. And just bear with me.
Should I watch or kind of shut my eyes and imagine?
Oh, let's all imagine.
Let's all imagine? Okay, audience,
you want to
even
stand
if you're
up?
driving, shut your eyes.
No, well, let's see here. I'll stand up. Can I move
Yeah,
the
you should
microphone?
stand up.
All
And,
right.
and of course, we want the listeners to comment, serious comments about...
serious.
Yeah, 'cause we got a lot of clowns that want to
Charles
call in,
Ross.
but we want
All right,
serious
all right.
comments only.
Well, Charles Ross, the one-man Star Wars show. Here's the scene.
Get behind me! Get behind me! This is some rescue. You got in here, didn't you have a plan for getting out? Well, he's the brain, sweetheart. What the hell are you doing? Something has to save us, kids. In the garbage chute, flyboy. Get in there, you big woolly oaf. I don't care what you smell. Get in there. Get in there. Wonderful girl. I'm going to kill her and begin to like her. Get in there. The garbage chute. What a wonderful idea. What an incredible smell you discovered. Well, it could be worse. It's worse. There's something alive in here. Something just swam past my leg. Look, did you see that? Kid, Luke! Kid, Luke! Blast it, will you? I had my gun jammed. Where? No, anywhere. No. Kid, Luke! Kid, Luke! Grab him. What happened? I don't know. Just let go of me and disappeared. The walls are closing in. Don't you stand there. Try to brace him with something. Wait a minute. 3PO? Come here, 3PO. 3PO. 3PO, oh, where could he be? 3PO! 3PO! Are you there, sir? 3PO, we've had some problems. Will you listen to me? Shut down all the garbage smashes on the detention level. Do you copy? Shut down all the garbage smashes on the detention level. No, shut them all down. Hurry. Hey, you did it, 3PO! Oh, look, listen to them, R2. They're dying. Oh, curse the metal body. It wasn't fast enough. It's all my fault. My fault. We're all right. You did great. Where are we? 3263827. And that's how it goes.
Wow.
But for an hour.
Wow.
So why'd you chuck all the chips across the table, man?
Poker chips.
That's the blessing of the poker chips.
The blessing.
The blessing of the poker chips.
The only thing I see is I did not hear Chewbacca.
Oh, well, he'd be like...
I heard that.
Oh, I didn't even catch it. Okay.
All right.
Now, you do that for an hour straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
At that speed.
Faster.
There's no
no break.
No pauses like they would normally pause between these lines. You just rattle it out.
Well, I mean, there's a little bit of break.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How much of the... You do the entire movie?
Well, I mean, it's the Reader's Digest version. It's like been really super condensed down.
Yeah.
And I do Lord of the Rings as well, which is just dumb. But anyway, it works.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, there's this big, giant dork convention, Star Wars convention called Celebration 3, which happened in Indianapolis. And, I mean, you get 3,500 people watching this show at a time, which is really, really strange. I don't know, man.
I don't doubt it. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like movie screens on either side of the audience or either side of the stage and then out over the audience. And you'd never think that there could be that many people that know Star Wars that well.
What's the reaction as you're doing it? Are they laughing? Are they?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they're watching.
Well, for some people, it's just like it's like watching a kid in the basement or something like that. For
Yeah.
other people, it's about being able to sort of celebrate their own personal infatuation with Star Wars. You know.
Yeah.
So it's you either find people that really are laughing at it, and other people that are laughing sort of with you. So
Yeah.
it's really strange to have.
Wow. Well, you've taken something and ran with it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Cheers. Thank
and
you.
best of luck to you
Well, we got-
with your one-man show.
We got some phone calls coming in. We have Jimmy
All right.
Robinson on the phone. Jimmy.
Hey, this is Jimmy from New Jersey.
Hey, Jimmy.
What's up, man?
Hey, do you do this scene? I like this scene in Star Wars when he like have the fight and then there's just the empty robe with no one in it.
Yeah, I do.
Do you do that one?
Yeah.
Do you do the Robert Reed version?
The
where
Robert
you get
Reed
AIDS
version.
and die?
Yeah.
You stink.
Hey, serious calls only, you asshole. This is what happens
stink.
now. We get a guest on the show. This is textbook.
Oh,
Get a
wow.
guest on the show, and people call up, and no matter how much we tell them we just want serious calls, the assholes get through.
You stink.
Do you get a lot of criticism?
Your act stinks.
Do you get a lot of criticism?
There's a lot of criticism, and that's really highbrow criticism, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
well.
I'm crushed. The thing is, I think based upon that kind of a phone call, I'm pretty much resolved not to do the show any longer.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that guy was
that was the last time, guys, you're ever going to hear it.
loser sitting in his apartment, probably getting prostitutes at night to piss on him.
Let's say hi to Dr. Frank Davis. Dr. Frank Davis.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
All right.
I'm a doctor at Bellevue, a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Listen, just keep him distracted. We're sending a few guys down to get him. You stink, you nut job.
Thank you.
Let's say hi to. Let's go to Ben in Boston. Ben. You like that, huh, Ben?
Ben.
Yeah. Can you do the scene where the Falcon goes and picks up Tom Brady? We all just go.
Seems to be doing his own one-man show all day long.
I think this guy enjoyed it.
Ben from Boston.
Holy man, I gotta get there to Boston.
Yeah. Any ideas? Maybe taking it on the road?
It's been on the road for the last 3 years, man.
Really? So you're not just here in New York? You'll be going other places?
No, there's this thing called Clear Channel, which I'm sure we're all aware of.
Yes, everybody is
Yeah.
aware of.
And I'm going
Clear
to,
Channel.
at least with the Lord of the Rings show, I'm going to be going to South Africa and Singapore, and
You're shitting me.
Man, I really.
Is there good
wish-
money in this?
I haven't had another job for the last 4 years, man.
Have you had to pay Lucas anything?
Oh yeah, I mean,
for the
like,
rights?
you get a proper licensing agreement.
Yeah.
You don't do that, you can,
Yeah,
kick
that'll
your ass
cost
goodbye.
you.
So I mean, it's weird. I really never intended for the show to go as it has, and I'm really glad that it has.
What was it? Just kind of a hobby?
No, it was I was working as an actor, and one day, like, literally, I wrote this comedy sketch, and when I say it went really wrong, it went really, really right or really, really wrong, because I didn't think people would be able to sort of keep up with it,
Right.
and people have been able to keep up with it. So this is kind of almost left my own hands. I find myself here, not intending to come here to New York
Yeah.
to bring this here. But it's kind of go big or go back home, and I mean I don't have a problem doing it. And
Gonna franchise it out?
No, I don't think so.
Get some other actors to do it, and you just sit home and pocket some cash?
That would be nice. But
Wouldn't that be-
turn into Jabba the Hutt and lose my leg.
That's it.
Why don't we go to Steve in Yellowstone?
Steve in Yellowstone.
Steve?
Hi, I just wanted to know if you had any type of a copyright problem when you were dealing with George Lucas, like I've had sometimes on my website.
Yeah, I mean it is a copyright problem because it is a matter of
Come on! Bring me someone with talent.
What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking retard?
Yeah.
Hey, have fun in Yellowstone, buddy. Maybe you can sit on the Old Faithful and have it go up your ass, you stupid piece of shit. Wow, man. I'm absolutely, crushed down to my very foundations, man.
I just don't.
This is amazing.
All right, thank you, Steve in Yellowstone.
Hey, man.
Good luck.
A guy is successful taking something and using his talent to get out on stage and actually do it. And did you you've been an actor? You said.
Yeah. I mean.
So now you're finally doing something that's working. You're making and people
Yeah.
just can't seem to deal with that. Steve.
Well, at least not the people that are calling in here. God, man.
No, I think it's pretty impressive.
Steve.
Something.
You want to do another scene, or?
No, that's fine, actually. I mean, not many of the scenes from the show really work, purely on radio, like because a lot of it doesn't really all stick together. But I mean, like you get something like
ho 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 ho, Shibikima Korbawarpa Kawawuki. Oh ho ho ho.
Which is obviously
Jabba.
No, it's Princess Leia. But
of course.
Yeah. I mean, there's scenes that people definitely recognize, and there's characters like people recognize, right?
Yes.
And like,
of course.
Yeah, but it's weird, man. Like you kind of have to see it on stage in order to really get the full idea of it.
That's why it's a stage show, and you don't have a CD out. Do you have a CD out?
No, not a CD or a DVD. And that's another thing, man. Like if it's a weird thing with copyright material.
You can only do this in one medium live like that. If you wanted to put a CD out, you'd have to pay Lucas more money.
Yeah, and I don't think I could ever get the rights to do it. So,
No?
No, not really. And that's okay. I mean, it's something I wouldn't want to franchise out because as long as I can do it, I'll continue doing it.
Right.
And I hopefully will not be a 65-year-old man, like, the one-man Star Wars trilogy, nattering out on stage.
That'd be a little rough.
Listen to the screams of a person in Yellowstone National Park.
Sounds like you need some powerful lungs.
That guy was just an ass.
Oh, well.
So what are the details? The show's here in New York, right?
It is indeed, yeah. It plays every night at 8 o'clock, except for Wednesdays. Right now we have matinees at 3 o'clock. And it's going to be changing the schedule up a bit. We'll still have the shows at 8 o'clock every night, but we'll have a 3 o'clock matinee on Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get tickets by calling Telecharge.
Jimmy, you missed it.
What happened?
You all right?
Yes, I was trying to get some production stuff because they're...
Yeah. Always the way.
Yes.
Well, Charles, thank you very much.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys.
For coming in. Sorry about the goddamn phone calls.
You were in 15 minutes, really?
Jackasses.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's just production stuff that Ben was supposed to do and did not do. Can you do
Thank you.
Can you do C-3PO?
C-3PO. R2-D2, where are you? Yeah.
Can you do
I pardon you.
Jesus.
I pardon you.
They could just go on and on.
How about I don't know all the characters. I was out there yesterday. It was like
R2.
No, R2.
Well, if you don't know the show, I mean, if you don't know the movies, it's
I saw the
not gonna be
first one, but I don't know any of the new guys.
I do know R2 with my slide whistle. Yeah, see? You need a prop.
I feel like a prop sometimes.
Oh, don't you sweat it.
I won't.
I like seeing a successful guy.
Of course.
Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thank you.
Charles Ross, one-man Star Wars show. And there he goes. We should take a break, I think, huh?
Charles?
We're going to take a break. We're going to regroup, and we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony show in a few moments.
Yeah. Want to continue in a couple of moments?
What happened? Holy shit. What happened?
Oh, was he fucking pissed.
What?
Why?
Livid.
What?
He just walked out, by the way. That wasn't a take it easy. And he just...
Did he cut some liners?
No. He took off before his crew here even knew that he was gone. He was already out the door, and they went, "Oh, he left already." And they
someone
took
follow
off
him with the cell
Wow,
phone.
is he pissed off.
See what's wrong.
Yeah.
Someone who has balls, see what's...
hurry up, Hawk.
See what's wrong. To ask him, if everything went okay.
Well, that stupid caller from Yellowstone pissed him off.
Steve from Yellowstone.
Well, that's Derek. Creative little boy.
Steve from Yellowstone. I sometimes have problems.
Hello? No? I thought we had somebody.
What's the problem?
Oh, wait, here we go. Eric.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey. Hang on one second. Hey, before you guys go, can they talk to you one more time? About the Lamb Theater and everything like that for his plug, because he didn't say the name of the theater and all that. He did. The Lamb Theater? Can they talk to you one more time?
Just
we don't think it went well. We want to ask him why he left angry.
Okay, hold on. Hey.
Charles, you're not mad, are you?
No, it's just,
What happened?
It's all right, man.
No, what happened?
The theater is 130 West 44.
No, but the thing was, you seemed like you left when you were mad.
Yeah, I know. I just, it's just kind of shitty, the phone calls coming in, and I don't know. I kind of feel like it's an uphill battle, man. I was puking all yesterday, and I've been puking this morning. I'm really kind of sick, so it's not your fault. It's me.
Charles.
The audience, too.
Charles, there's only 3 phone calls.
I know, man.
Out of the 3 we talked. That's
no,
not
it's
that
not
bad.
your guys' fault, man. I'm just being a big baby, so...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but why are you being a baby?
All right.
You're very talented, obviously, and the show's doing very well.
No, it's going well, man.
Are you not sick like a flu or something, are you?
Yeah, I've had the flu for like the last couple of days.
Oh,
here, so.
no.
Yeah.
Hope you didn't bring it in here.
I hope I did.
Why? Where's the
Charles? Who are you mad at us though?
No, God no, man. Not at all.
Who are you
No,
mad
it's
at?
Just the whole, guys calling in and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
it's like,
we get that though every day. We get people call up.
We get yelled at
but the
too.
thing is, I put, you do put yourself out there, and it's like I'm pretty easy to kick in the balls, and I try to always kibosh the people trying to kick me in the balls beforehand.
Yeah.
And it's like
that
the
Steve
most
guy
obvious
calls
thing.
every day though.
Yeah, Steve
calls us and bashes
Steve's
us
an
every day.
asshole. You should hear what he says about us every day. Steve in Yellowstone stinks, and that guy Ben in Boston's awful. If you understand what he's saying.
They're like regular callers that we can't screen out that just call up and bash us and our guests all the time.
Yeah,
Guy
know,
drives a
it's-
hybrid car, for God's sake. Enough said.
Yeah. I just, when you feel sick and, you try to put it out there, it just, I don't know, man, it feels like an uphill battle.
No, you did not. Oh, you scumbag. Holy shit. He's talking about the uphill battle. Click. Oh, you didn't.
Gotta give the guy credit though. I threw that entire poker chip thing at him, and he
Oh,
didn't
he
even
didn't
flinch.
stop. He didn't even miss a.
He didn't even stop. Well,
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
Why isn't Eric calling back?
Hopefully he's got a fist in his gum line. Dude, I just shrunk. She had fucking mayonnaise leaking out of his teeth. Good shot to the mouth.
Oh.
Right now that dummy is trying to explain why, like, the phone hung up and it's still showing the minutes are ticking. Like, no, Dude.
Yeah, let's get him back on the phone. What happened?
Are you kidding?
Why'd he hang up on us?
Eric.
Why did
the phone must have cut out or something.
Ah, damn it.
All right.
Hold on.
That wasn't me hanging up.
No,
all right.
We thought, because right when that happened, we were like, uh-oh, he's pissed.
Yeah, we don't want you going away mad, and we want to give you the final word here. So, Charles.
Yeah, I know.
Charles, so what were you saying?
I don't know what it was. I guess it's just
You're saying you're feeling sick or something like that, and it's just about
I had to do like 2 shows yesterday, and it was like woofing in between the shows. I don't know. Everybody's got some kind of cold of some sort.
No, it was something about an uphill battle, and
yeah.
And you're easy to get to, and you're working on that or something like that.
What's that?
You said something about, and the thought kind of got cut off. That it's like you're easy to kick in the balls or get to, and you feel like it's like an uphill battle.
Try doing this type of show here, right? And sometimes trying to maintain a sense of like feeling good about yourself. It's such a strange thing to be doing because
I can't be part of this. This show stinks.
Feel good about yourself. Ka-chink.
Right now. That's hard sometimes. Click.
And right now, Eric is trying to explain why it once again cut off and why the mouthpiece smells like the inside of a baby coffin.
Breathe. Nope. All right.
Oh my God.
Eric, what happened?
He came back in. He followed me in. He wants to come back in.
Oh. And we've moved.
All right.
Okay. No. Let me get out of the studio first because I got to call again.
Yeah.
You can tell him now. Keep his handlers away from that window. I know. Where's Ben? Ben's in the back office. Dude.
What the hell is going on?
There he is.
I don't know what's going on with the phone. Were you in the elevator area?
No, I was going to the bathroom. I felt like
No.
puke.
No.
Why?
Yeah. No, it's Not you guys at all, man. Yeah, I've had on my days off. I got to look after my girlfriend and our 2 friends that came from Victoria to visit us, and they were puking like lying down on like the couch and on the bed, just barfing in bags and stuff. So,
what's Victoria?
Victoria,
Canada?
Yeah, British Columbia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where are you from up there?
Victoria.
Victoria?
No, I live in Victoria, but I mean, I was born in this place called Prince George, BC. Which, did you ever see the movie Strange Brew?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with Rick Moranis.
That's all we know of Canada is through Strange Brew.
Well, it was filmed in Prince George, BC. This is where I was born and where I kind of grew up until I was like 11 years old or something. And I watched...
Oh, thank you.
I'm not sure if they ever told you, but I'd watched the Star Wars trilogy like over 400 times before I was 11 years old.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
It was just your thing?
We didn't have television. We had a television. We had a VCR.
And
we didn't have
very
cable.
Cool when you were a kid. I mean, I watched that movie. I can't even tell you how many times too. As a kid, I mean, sitting there, you was opening scene, first time you ever saw it. It was the best thing ever.
Yeah, I know.
Of course.
But I mean, I put it on like sort of as background noise. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Like, in the morning, just.
Wait, you just had no TV?
Do you get the whole movie memorized?
No.
Word for word? No?
I doubt it. I mean, when I wrote this, though, it was going from memory rather than going back and watching the films and try to draw
really?
stuff out. Yeah.
So there could be some inaccuracies.
Oh, huge inaccuracies. And I get people telling me that I've got this wrong or that wording wrong or something wrong. And it's like, well, who cares?
They're probably dressed like Jedi with lightsabers in their hands when they tell you this.
Oh, yeah, man. I've met a lot of those people.
You've been to the conventions?
Well, just to perform. I've never actually been to a convention.
Yeah.
Outside of a...
Scary people.
Well, some, but a lot of these people have really normal jobs and normal lives, too, right? Like, they do normal things, except that this is their hobby. So,
True. Well, you got a lot of action on the phones. I mean, they're just going crazy.
Oh, great.
We got a call coming in from Riskless, Montana.
Well, let's do it.
This is Travis. Travis.
Hey, dude, why are they giving you such a hard time? I thought it was pretty good what you did.
All right, good.
All right, there you go.
See, that's positive.
I'm a fan of the movie. I mean, it's hard to find somebody that kind of knows everything about the movie, and everybody thinks I'm a geek, but I like the movie.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. People
There you
think
go.
I'm a geek, too.
How old were you when you started, like, watching the movies and stuff?
How old was I?
Yeah.
He said he saw the movie 400 times before he was 11, I think.
First time I saw it was in Waikiki. We used to live between Waikiki and Prince George. So the first time I saw it was near the Waikiki Banyan, if you've ever been to Waikiki. What?
What?
Did you just...
Ramon!
Oh, it's this guy again.
Did you just squeal off the road again, buddy?
Ramon!
Is this Steve?
Tell this guy. Ramon! This guy sucks black dick.
Why do the screeners...
No, this guy tricked us.
The screeners can't
dick,
find out that that's not Travis?
Ramon! Star Wars is for faggots.
All right, we get it.
Ramon! Tell this guy...
Steve.
Cock.
Steve, please lose the phone number.
Where do you live, man?
Yeah.
Ramon! Tell this faggot that Wookiees aren't real.
Holy shit, dude.
The guy's cracking himself up.
This is awesome.
All right, Steve.
Do you want my home number, fuckhead?
Really? What? You know, they're faceless people. I love it. Like message board people. They have no face. They love jumping in and bashing, but they never want to confront anybody. Come down to the studio. We'll kick your ass.
Yeah, why don't you come in the studio, buddy? Steve,
Enough. Go find your boyfriend Ramon or whatever the hell.
Why don't you come in the studio if you had balls? All right, there he goes.
Jesus.
Sorry about that, buddy.
It's a daily battle on this show to deal with these assholes.
Brian Clifton, what's up?
Hey, this is Brian from Clifton Park.
Hey, Brian.
I saw him at Celebration 3. I loved him. I really did.
Oh, okay.
All this crap they're giving you is a bunch of bullshit.
Saw the show?
You're very talented. I love the films. And it's what people do, and it's a great film. And I can't believe that people are dissing him like this. It's a bunch of jack-offs.
You're always
Just
going to
keep doing
get
what
it.
you're doing. I saw you at Celebration 3. Keep it up.
Cheers, Brian.
I'm punching out.
You're always
Thank
going to
you.
get the one or two. What they call the bad apples.
So what is with Ramon?
I don't get.
I don't know. Every time this Steve guy calls, it's always about Ramon. We still don't know what it means. It's
But he actually listens to the radio and then bothers to call in.
yeah, that's what he does.
Wow.
He actually listens and then calls in to bash.
Is he like the like you're sort of village idiot, but like sort of
every
day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day we got to deal with this shit.
Ramon. Who cares, Ramon?
Dan in New Hampshire checking in. Let's say hi to Liddy. Liddy.
Hey, hello.
Liddy. What's up, Liddy?
Why is everybody giving this guy a hard time?
Liddy, you stink.
Ramon, Darth Vader has AIDS.
Holy shit, dude.
Why do you call?
Ramon, C-3PO should be molested.
Man.
Wash my balls.
He's got he's Liddy. Liddy and Ramon? Like, what the hell?
What?
Liddy. This is
Ramon,
Liddy.
He needs
Ramon is going to be an awful producer.
He needs a writer, obviously.
You got no material, dude.
Ramon, why are Rotten Fez hiring that lazy bag of shit?
I don't even know what he's talking about.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you, Liddy.
God damn. So he's like an honorary DJ, or like on the
honorary,
the eye in the sky or something like that.
Yeah. For some reason, he's very good at getting past the screeners.
Let's go to the Ramon
Guys,
part.
Any more Steve from Yellowstone calls, and you guys are done. I mean, Jesus.
Check the caller ID.
Yeah.
Ben.
Don't we have caller ID?
Ben, what's up?
Yo, what's up? I want him to do Yoda eating Princess Leia's ass.
Ramon.
No, this
Was
is not
that
Ramon.
him?
Somebody totally new.
Yeah, do you do that though? Seriously, if you do all the voices, do you mess around with the voices a little bit?
No, not
do
really.
alternate scenes?
Well, no eating of Leia's ass.
No.
But that would be great.
Any other movies that you have in mind to?
I was thinking in terms of endearment, maybe.
Terms of endearment.
Yeah, that would be great.
How about blowing Chewbacca?
Blowing Chewbacca.
All right, let's say
Look
hi
at
to
the size of that thing.
I think Star Wars: The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan would probably be a good one. Good choice.
Sonny Ferrelli, what's up?
Hey, this guy's really good, man.
Oh.
Ramon.
All right.
Yeah, you know something? Your book is doing an excellent job. What's his name, Ramon? Punching out.
That's not even Steve.
I don't even get that one. All right, Frenchie.
Hey, this guy is very good. Why is everybody giving him shit?
Ramon.
Hey. Is that the real Frenchie?
Yes.
And you like it?
Yes, I like him. He's good.
Oh, okay.
He does a good job. Come to my restaurant.
Oh, plug your restaurant.
Ramon, this guy sucks. Ramon, bring this guy a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
All right, look. I've had it. I have had it.
Bring me a hybrid vehicle.
You really got to bring this guy on, man.
Bring me a belly the size of a change purse.
Jesus Christ.
Look. Shave my arms.
All right, thank you, Frenchie.
Suck it.
All right, thanks. Jesus. All right, well, Charles Ross.
Charles,
man,
again.
Star Wars show.
Again, thank you very much.
Also, I believe in the new year we're going to be opening up the one-man Lord of the Rings probably in the same space as well. So
right here in New York.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
could you give us a little taste of that?
Sure.
We want it. We need it. Must have the precious. Master is our friend. You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you. I'm not listening. You're a liar and a thief. Nope. Murderer. I hate you. But it was with me. It was me. We survived because of me. Not anymore. What? We don't need you. Leave now and never come back. Leave now and never come back.
Anyway. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty damn good.
No more chips thrown at me, though. This is good.
That's
well, it's really cool, though, is the guy who played Gandalf, Ian McKellen, came and saw the show when I did it in Vancouver. Yeah, it was weird, and he actually really liked it. Yeah, I mean, it's been a really strange thing, man, like getting going from like doing just sort of the comedy sketch thing to suddenly playing with the big boys, or having to like suddenly be in the scrutiny of Steve,
of the likes of a Steve from Yellowstone. That would be that'd be a little nerve-wracking though, having Ian McKellen there.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, because he's like an actor, and
he was in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. So if he hated it, then I'd feel like crap, or just sort of feel worse. And sometimes you do when Steve calls you Ramon. Or whatever.
Ramon every goddamn day. How about The Matrix?
Don't know.
Yeah.
The Matrix would probably work.
Hey, Jimmy. Could work.
It's kind of hard to find like a show that's that popular. Like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, are super popular. But I think in terms of endearment, if they put out one more, man, it'll be right up there.
Fried green tomatoes. And maybe,
I was thinking maybe the
Bridges
Muppets
at Madison County.
You bet.
That's a good one.
What's up, Jimmy?
Did you get the?
Yeah, he's getting the auction stuff all together.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
All right.
Very good. All right, we're going to say goodbye to
Charles.
Charles.
Bring other stuff in, though, which I will bring in. The stuff from the CD, which I
right on. All right. Charles did a great job for us today.
Guys.
Thank you so much.
Feel better.
All right, I will. I hope so.
All right.
Cheers.
What's up? This is Dane Cook. You're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
There are so many people that show up every day just to hang and check out the show, friends of people, I don't know, fans that hang out outside all night, and we say, all right, come on in and check out the show. And most people you never even hear on mic. They're just there kind of checking it out, and we say hi after the show, and we go about our lives. But every once in a while, people that are coming down just to hang become part of the show. And Gavin is part of the show because I walk in the studio from a leak break, and everyone's checking out this sick video that's on your cell phone.
The things we do back home.
So now we have to talk about it a little bit.
Explain what this fantastic video is.
Well, it's basically me and my couple of buddies went to a swingers party in England. And my friend ended up getting banged up the ass with a strap-on dildo.
Your friend got banged up the ass with a strap-on.
Wait, you guys just go to a swingers
party?
Yeah,
it's the kind of thing we do, Instead of getting bombed, we thought we'd go to a little party and get bombed ourselves.
Had he ever gotten...
I can't confirm that.
You don't know if he's gotten it in the ass before?
I don't think so. Not from the screens.
No, why would you decide that? Not from the screens. Yeah, this guy lets out some howls. Well, the thing is, it's a dominatrix, and she's got a strap on.
That's correct.
And she's the one that's screwing him in the ass with the strap on.
There you go.
But behind her is somebody.
There you go.
That's fucking her.
So
with every thrust the guy does to her, she's doing a thrust with the strap on, so she can't be very gentle to this guy, and this guy is just like getting hammered, and it sounds painful.
And Gavin's just filming the whole thing on his cell phone.
And you hear Gavin laughing.
You can hear you laughing like an idiot.
And then I'm watching the video, and I see the girl in the middle, and I had to blurt out, "She's the lucky one."
Yeah, where did this slob come from?
It was all down in London. About 2 months ago.
Yeah, and she was just at this.
She was just at the party, and she just decided to come back with us to the hotel. And she had like a box of toys.
Yeah.
To display things with us as well. So I've got other shit on here as well that I can show you. It's quite
if
funny.
there's a chick and she comes back to the hotel and she's got a box of toys, the last thing I'm thinking is, hey, could you strap that on and put it up my ass?
That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
Yeah, how do you get to that point? You guys are all hanging in the hotel room.
Were you drunk?
We was all drunk, and it's a filthy
Look,
weekend.
I've been drunk.
Yeah, that is no excuse. Like, did you have any inkling that he might enjoy something like this?
No, he actually volunteered for it, It was like, what are we going to do with this? Oh, you know what? I'll get fucked in the ass with this, no problem.
Who wants it in the ass? Right here.
Me.
Volunteers.
All right, why don't we listen to a little of it?
Let's see if I can get it on the... What, I'll just put it to the mic, do I?
Yeah. We'll all be quiet and listen in on the audio at least.
It's got to be to the front.
Yeah,
of the mic.
do the front.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, put it right against it. In your bunghole. Get it in his bum first.
Mrs. Guilford, behind one, and Lloyd, he's just going to get involved there.
Is this the negotiation going on?
Yeah, it's like the, warming it up.
I like
the prelim.
Mrs. Guilford. Because calling her by her first name would be rude.
Very English of us.
So he's having a hard time with it.
It's a big dildo, man. It gets better.
That's Kevin laughing, you sick F.
Get me a towel. It's covered in shit.
See how many? It's his first time, you can tell.
It's too late.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's it, man. Stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Wow. Oh, my God. That guy was not comfortable with that situation.
What's worse than being raped in the ass and hurting when your friend laughing at you? and filming it.
Just cackling.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
Oh, this is like 8 o'clock in the morning as well. I mean, God, girl's a hero. She's a real trooper.
Give me a towel in case there's shit on it.
Shit on it.
Practical gal.
Yeah, that's what he sounded like.
Hey, Nate.
Ate his balls.
Morning, guys.
What's up, Nate?
Yeah, I know we're not playing, but on the gay or funny scale, this is most certainly gay.
It's gay and funny.
It's gay and funny, yes.
Over and out, guys.
All right. Wow. Well, Gavin, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
The accent kind of gives a little air of dignity.
Yeah, doesn't it? No matter what the English are doing, no matter how perverse the English are being, it's done in that accent.
Yeah,
and it's just something charming about it.
When we wrote Strawberry Fields, Paul fucked me in the ass.
Yes, make sure I'm putting it in his bum.
That guy was a fucking trooper.
Wow. How was he? Did you drive him home?
Oh, yeah, he could walk. He
could walk?
Yeah, he's a trooper.
Face first in the back seat, crying. His fucking face.
Ice cubes in his ass.
Horrible.
This is a very special show. It's about being able to do the show we want to do.
Prison, sex.
Give it to me.
We know what guys want to hear on the radio.
Adult-oriented subject matter.
Look at those jugs.
They won't exercise restraint.
This is going to be an awful show.
Hold on tight, kids.
The Opie and Anthony Show.